Hello, everybody. We are back with Adventure Corp and the adventures of the Jacobson brothers.
Hello.
So, I will give us a quick recap of what happened last. So, last time we had just finished tying up the end of the heist against the Kendalls. Yes, they were hired by Lady Kendall to steal some family jewels from their late mother, from Lord Kendall, who was hiding out under the good graces of Baron Corvus from Hawks Ridge. They managed to break in and deliver a letter to him, and then steal the letter he was sending back with the location of where it was hidden. During this time, they also dosed the dogs with something they had been given by a vengeful former employee who had given them some information. They pretended to be Fae while they ambushed the man delivering the letter. They grabbed the jewels, got back their collateral that they had given to the man who had given the information to get in, and made their way away from town. They got some new tattoos when they were taken to a secret location by Barrick, and they met a strange old elf named Galadthor, who gave them those tattoos. They got paid and learned that they were not to get a bonus, as it seems that despite their best efforts, Lord Kendall still put the blame on his sister for the disappearing jewels. And we ended with them learning from Barrick that their next job would be to steal a pair of boots of elven kind from a former member of the Hooded Jacks, who took them with him when he left the group.
All right.
So we come back with the two of you in the knot, having rested for an evening, and you guys wake up in the morning. Well, actually, probably before the morning, coming out of your meditation on the couches that you call home.
Oh.
I'm gonna get up in the morning and go and open my book. And I'm gonna go into the, like the front room there.
Yep.
I'm gonna go into that front room and, open up my book and do a bit of studying.
Okay, so you pull open your book and start to peruse through it.
Mm-hmm. If you had a second, Alex, I'll just look at my spells quick.
I go over and help him with his spells because he's blind.
Which ones do I have prepared?
You have mage armor, shield, sleep, blur, hold person, invisibility, shadow blade, and spider climb, as well as dispel magic.
Okay. And which ones do I not have prepared?
You do not have prepared. Well, there's a lot you don't know. Things you do know that you don't have prepared.
There's 4 I don't know, right?
Yes. Well, that you know and don't have prepared.
Okay, yeah. Which ones do I know that I don't have prepared? That's what I need to know.
Perfect. Absorb elements, charm person, feather fall, alter self, blindness, deafness, and counterspell. There's actually 6.
Okay.
And that's not counting the ritual ones.
Okay. Can we change absorb elements for featherfall?
You don't have either of those prepared.
I have. Or sorry. Can we change sleep for absorb elements?
Yes.
We should be good for now. Like I want to move on. Just if I have something to change, I'll let you know I change it, kind of thing.
Okay.
All right.
I don't waste all the time.
I organize my inventory.
You spend some time making sure your gear is placed most
in the way it always was, but now is officially in that spot.
Yeah, we're slowly switching over to a style of inventory where how much space you're carrying matters more than how much weight it has.
And in doing so, I also have made a list of what's actually in our bag of holding. Instead of just being like, we have it.
Yeah, somewhere. So, right. So the two of you have the wee hours of the morning to spend here.
And then what is where are we meeting him somewhere or?
He didn't give any firm time, but you would expect that he's probably going to be by the knot sometime today to talk about it.
Okay. I'm going to spend some time doing some drawing.
Okay. What are you drawing?
Oh, is that a sun in the corner? like that,
What?
and then like a squirrel or something. I don't know. I'm trying to interpret your art.
Okay. No, I'm I'm going to go and get like one of like like little book reader stand and set it up with a chair, and I'm going to do some sketching.
All right. What are you sketching?
I am going to sketch Soleil
Who?
in a likeness that she wouldn't be
Oh,
recognizable.
Soleil. I was like
Yeah.
sun in French, but
No,
to
yeah,
me,
no.
it's not French.
It is a sun.
It's in my
See, I
head.
was right.
Why is he drawing sun?
So
Okay.
I'm gonna spend some time sketching Soleil.
All right. Make me a performance check.
Okay. I believe I have a +2 in that. A +2 or +3?
You have a +2.
Okay. Give me a second. But I'm proficient. Just starting it off right.
All right. Natural 20. You get pretty much what you were going for. It's a fairly similar likeness to Soleil, without some of like with a few defining features that aren't her own.
Okay.
And it's the best you can do with your current ability. It's quite well done.
Okay, because I'm proficient.
Yeah,
Just so you know.
yeah.
Okay, so it's good. It's
Mhm.
really good, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It's well done.
I sort of give you an eyebrow, but don't say anything.
What?
I didn't say anything.
Okay. Well, you give me that weird look.
What
The
look?
one where I don't know if you're like inquisitive or constipated.
I'm working on it, okay?
Okay. Just raise one eyebrow. Don't like.
Well,
when you
they
raise
they like
the one,
they
you
stick
squint the other
together.
one-
Like
I know, but the other one, when you squinch it like that, it either makes it look like, I don't know, like you have something in your eye, or like you have to poop. I'm not sure.
well, speaking of that, I'll be right back, and I'm gonna go outside.
I knew it. I knew it.
Are you heading outside for anything we want to role play?
Probably not.
All right. I'll leave you to your own devices on that one then.
All right.
Oh, and then I want to talk to Alex quick too. I want to talk to Dre
Okay.
once he's back in about
He
something.
comes back in looking.
You might not want to
slightly-
go out there for a while.
You tainted the whole yard. I'm not even mad. I'm
No,
impressed.
there's a tree in the backyard. There's a small.
I
building.
meant the smell. You see this little stinking cloud? Yes. I think we should take a different direction with Kana's schooling.
Okay. I mean, I've kind of been feeling bad about it, so I'm
I
on
think
board.
that I think we should find her like a tutor,
Like a private one.
yeah, like a house to live in, and someone who's going to be able to
Mm.
teach her things that are more pertinent and teach her more at her age level.
Okay. Okay. Do we have the money? I guess if we did just get paid.
We could I don't know. I think it's worth it.
Okay, let's find out how much it is first, because this is like rich people country.
All right, let's go look around. You want to come with me?
Yeah, well, I got nothing better to do, and it stinks around
Okay.
here now.
I'm gonna go make some inquiries and look around to see if I can find like someone who'd be willing to take her on, or like that type of thing.
All right.
Tutor / finishing, someone where a place where she could live or go to during the day.
Do you have a person in mind? Because last time you guys talked about this was something you brought up, and I said this would be the type of thing where you'd need to, but like probably, it would be like you're asking a favor of somebody you know. So you'd need somebody specific you wanted to talk to about it. It's not very common, and it's not something where you'll find people advertising their services for it. So if you guys have an NPC in mind, you could go and have a discussion with them about it.
Okay, well let's.
Well, I mean, like her and Soleil already know each other.
We could ask Soleil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If she has time for it.
Nice. Just don't mention them to Dan. He doesn't need to know they're there.
Oh, there's 5 of you and 5.
What is it?
Nothing.
Look like banana bread brownies.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Wow.
What he's talking about.
Well, we you know what? We could try Soleil, or I'm wondering if there was anyone else we knew.
Oh. I don't know.
Out of character, I'm thinking about if there's anyone else we ran into.
I don't know.
Um,
I can go through my list of people that I've written down.
yeah,
See, there's Leanne, who's the leader of that champions gang. She might know some
yeah, no,
stuff.
she would not be the person I want to teach Kenna.
Farina ran away.
Yeah, for
Yeah, that's all I have written down. There's that old guy in a straw hat we saw once at the Thieves Guild. His name is Sticky.
Sticky. Yeah, okay.
I choose the most random NPCs to write down. Apparently,
Well, let's.
I forgot about him completely.
it's like a
Let's talk to-
10% chance I write them down, and it's
Let's-
totally random.
So to give you guys some other people you know, although you guys still have yet to get his name, I think. I don't know. Let me check my notes. There is the man who runs the bathhouse that you guys frequent, who has the daughter who's around 6 now. You guys were gone for a year. Whose name I still don't think you've gotten, but you guys have some relationship with.
Sure.
You guys also know the proprietor of the Bed and Boar, Gideon.
He already said no.
Oh yeah, you have gotten his name. It's Theode. Right, yeah, you talked to Gideon. He was against that.
Well, that's what happens when you roll nats once. So
Then that's who was on my mind.
So
The rest of your friends are from the slums.
oh, does the bathhouse guy, does he have a wife?
You've not seen one around.
I mean, the other
Okay.
option is we just keep her with us and teach her things as she needs to know them. It'll be one cheaper, and I'm not gonna say that's my only incentive, because she is nice to have around.
Okay, then we need to have a talk with Barrick because we need to make her a part of the team.
That's a good point.
Like it's not going to work if she can't be around, right? Because we're going to be going on jobs and doing things, and we're gonna have to just find a place to put her all the time. Either we make her a part of the team, or she goes on her own way. I feel.
Well,
You know what I mean?
last time we brought it up, I believe Barrick said that we need to just introduce him first.
Okay, well, all right. Yeah, I guess I could take on some of her lessons.
Mhm.
I can teach her arithmetic, and I can teach her speech, and I can teach her, things like that. What can you teach her?
I don't know. I'm a pretty great teacher. I don't know.
No, I know you are, but I'm asking you
I
what
would maybe the street smart side of the thing. You're all booky and whatever.
okay. I'm
So how not to get beaten up by correcting people's grammar. Remember that?
yeah, and how not to die from hags. Might I recommend
Okay,
or
okay.
remind you
Yeah,
of that time that I shoved an egg, kept me in pork blood or whatever it was,
Yeah.
pig blood down your throat. Yeah,
I had to
just-
eat it. Yeah, I remember.
Okay. Well, you know what? Yeah, you'd be good at that, and she's not stupid. We could.
Mhm.
All right, let's wait for Barrick, and when Barrick gets here, let's. Well, no. Let's go get Kina. Then we can have a discussion. We just won't bring her into the
It's
house.
currently like 4 a.m.
No time like the present.
Okay.
No,
Well,
actually, probably more like 5:30 a.m. because you guys spent some time
well,
drawing and
we
stuff.
would wait until it's a
Yeah,
normal
yeah.
time of day.
Yeah.
So what time would you guys like to go get Kena? They usually start lessons around 6 or 7.
When would their lunch break?
You don't know. The only time you're normally allowed to visit her is after 5 when the school day is done.
We
Well,
we
we
should
might be
probably
Cool.
ask Barrick first so we don't get her hopes up and then have to dash them and
Okay, well
probably
then-
traumatize her for life.
All right, we'll wait here then for Barrick, and we'll. Yeah, makes sense.
All right. So, if you guys, does anybody want to do anything for the 4 or so hours that you have before Barrick will get there?
Yeah, I would like to go buy some paper and ink, and I want to.
Probably won't. Like, he'll probably be there before the shops.
Okay, so then no, then I'll just keep doing what I was doing.
All right, Evandrail, anything for you?
No, I'm just critiquing.
Sitting there watching your brother draw. You're like, that's not quite right. He's like, I know. I'm not trying to make it exactly like her.
Yeah, like the arms are just a little too long.
Have you heard of a caricature before?
Like, why is her head so big?
This is a representation.
Oh my god. As you guys wait for a time until eventually Barrick strolls through the doors, and you hear the doors open, and then you hear from the airlock the knocking on the door that leads into where you guys stay. Can I come in?
Yep.
Thanks, Sid.
Sure.
Door creaks open, and Barrick walks in, dressed in more casual clothes than you've seen him in before. Well, then walks over to one of the couches and pulls your guys' like sleeping blankets aside and sits down on it.
Sorry, Alex, can you just put it to the pause screen for a sec, please?
Wait, I got food delivered.
Yeah, just put it to
All
the
right.
stem.
We will be right back as we eat food.
We can entertain people for a few
Or
minutes.
not.
No,
Well,
Well, no,
that
we-
was a
we
really
just put it on
here.
there. Just gonna put it on there.
Really
We'll be
short
back in-
break that time.
We'll
We're
be back
back.
in 2 minutes, and when everything's done and dealt with, we're not gonna sit here and object you guys to that sound.
Yum 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 yum. Okay, so goodbye for real this time, I guess.
I guess so.
All right. And we're back.
Hello.
Sorry about
Hi.
that, guys.
There's
We
a
just
super
had a-
long break there. Hope you managed those like 20
I'll write that
seconds.
down.
We just
It's
had
okay.
some.
I'll
Maybe
take it out in post.
Maybe you didn't even see it.
We just had some noise and some stuff we were just dealing with, and now we're back to playing.
I'll take it out in post. It's fine.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So, yes, he sits down and looks over at the two of you and motions you both to take a seat wherever you'd like.
All right, I sit down
sit
on the other
down.
couch.
I haven't moved.
Hang
I'm
on,
still
let me
drawing.
zoom in
Then
on where we are.
You would have to
Oh,
go over to the other
Then I
room.
go and sit down.
So, well, right. Where to start? I assume by now somebody's told you that our other two members didn't leave in the best of spirits.
No, we never. No one has actually.
No.
Oh. Well, now's as good a time as any. They, I asked them to leave. They weren't a great fit for us, and they had started, how to say this without... To put it simply, they were about the money, which, as I told you, we're not about.
Yes, people who care too much about money.
Okay.
Right. It's all right to make coin from what you're good at, but like I said, we're after leaving a legend behind. So, I was talking with the other group about having them leave, and they caught wind of it. And Gavin said that he had found a sponsor, somebody who would hire him, and they left. He locked the door to the sitting room despite us, and took along the boots that belong to the group.
Okay.
I've been fine to leave well enough alone, but you guys would do well to have such an item. So, I think it's time for the Hooded Jacks to recover their boots.
Okay.
All right.
We also have something we would like to discuss with you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's deal with that first then, before we get down to brass tacks.
We have someone we think that could be a good asset.
You've met her, I think.
You've met her, and we would like to bring her onto the team, and we'd be taking her under our
Yeah.
personal tutelage for most of her stuff.
Yeah. Under a limited capacity, of course.
Yeah, she'd be good at certain things. She'd have her place.
Oh, that girl in the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been trying to figure out, like, what to do with her. And
We've
we
had
think
her-
she'd be better off with us than stuck somewhere.
We've had her for the last 2 months in schooling.
Hmm.
We paid for. We invested some money into her, and she's smart. She's fast. She's quick. She's the best at finding traps out of the group of us. Or actually, that might be a lie. Never mind.
I don't think she's the best at getting hit by traps.
But she's good in a fight. She's good in a fight,
Mhm.
and she's smart and fairly stealthy.
Well, first of all, she's not a guild member.
Okay.
So that'd be a first step.
Okay.
Now, I am able to administer the test for guild members. However, they have to find me, not the other way around.
Okay. And how
You, as a guild member, cannot lead her. We have people around the city. People who, should somebody go asking enough questions and manage to happen upon the right ears, will likely find their way to. You found your way to one of them, I'm sure, and were given directions and the password
Okay.
to meet with me.
Right.
That's the main way one becomes a member of the guild. So, she would need to do that.
Or is there a test?
Test comes after. That's the first part. Finding the test.
Okay. Out of character, how did we find again?
We went to a baker, and the baker lady was like, "Whoa, the Thieves Guild is over here. Say, shenanigans."
You guys found a bakery. I don't remember if there was Thieves' Cant on the outside of it or not, but you tried some Thieves' Cant with this baker who answered back in Thieves' Cant and asked you guys some kind of probing questions to find out if you were a member of the guild. You told them you weren't yet and you were looking. They gave you a password. You guys did them an extra favor, and they gave you the other half of the password, and then told you where to say it, and you guys went to the local Verve and gave the password to the lady at the front, and she arranged a meeting for you with Barrick for Barian and Soleil for Evendrail, and you guys were given the test to steal from Gideon.
Okay. Would we be
Yes.
able to teach her some cant so that she could at least have an opportunity to find that, or?
Yes, that's good.
Okay. She doesn't have a place to stay currently other than where she's at the boarding. Wow. Would she be able to stay with us?
Here?
Yes.
No.
We're the only ones who stay here half the time anyways.
Yes, and this is the hideout.
Okay.
Well, I guess that makes sense.
Okay, thank you. So that aside,
Alright.
no further than where we were before. So, okay.
Other than that, if she were a member, I'd be interested in meeting her and seeing if she's as impressive as you say.
Or you could just meet her now and trust us and see if she's worth it, and we could cut all the bullshit.
I could meet her, but I can't go against guild rules and induct her. At least I don't have that authority. Clemens could, but he's the only one.
Okay. All right.
Anything else?
No, it should be.
I don't think so.
All right. Well then, As for the boots, Gavin lives in the clones, the smaller ones in the outer rim. Outer rim. Outer run.
Yep.
There's explosions in the back. In the outer run.
Near this address, I write him down the one we broke into.
Well, I mean, those are the clones. It'll be around there as he shows you guys on a map the house it is specifically. He's shrewd, good with locks. I doubt it'll be an easy affair to get in his house, but this seems like a good job for the two of you.
So he used to be your locksmith or whatever.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else we should know about him?
I doubt he'll give up the boots willingly, so the quieter the better.
And
Alright.
who was the new guild they signed on with?
They didn't switch a guild, just something about going on the payroll of somebody. Private work, as I understand it.
Interesting.
Mm.
Outside of the guild.
Yes.
Is that legal?
Well, as long as the thiefly jobs get brought to the guild for their approval and them to get their cut, it's fine.
And they're still part of the guild, technically.
Yes. And then if they're doing outside work for somebody outside the guild's territory, that's what it is.
Okay. All right. Well, we can break in, I guess. Do you know if he's a magic user?
He never showed me any talent for it.
Alright.
Have you been to his house before?
Not personally, no, but I know where it is.
Okay.
I got the location.
How
from-
paranoid is he?
Fairly. Most people in our trade keep their homes well defended.
Okay.
I do know that he's somewhat of a hand with poisons and the like, so watch yourself with that. In many ways, that can be turned into a trap for the
Okay.
uncareful.
Out of
Mm.
character. I think we have an antidote.
Nope.
We have poison, like poison vials. Or at least I have a couple. But
We found an antidote.
Nope.
Okay. Well, we'll pick up an antidote then.
So antidotes you need to know what poison you're dealing with, and you need to make one with alchemist kit or
Well,
medicine kit.
I could do that.
What you can get is like a satchel of supplies, like general supplies for making such antidotes.
Would that be in my kit?
No, you need to specifically carry something like that around.
Okay. All right. We could do that. We have an alchemist kit, right, Alex?
yes. I believe you do.
Yeah, alchemist kit and what other ones do we have?
Other ones between the two of us, you have a disguise kit. We both have thieves' tools. In our bag of holding, we have a healer's kit and a forgery kit. Probably of your like alchemist stuff in there as well, to be honest.
Yeah, because I had alchemist, healers, and disguise.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Well, yeah. I guess we could pick up some supplies.
All right, very well.
When do we need this done by?
There's no deadline. I don't have a job lined up for us right now, and things are, I hope, moving towards normal with the guild, if my council meetings are anything of an indication. But I don't know when we'll have our next job.
Okay, so it could be a while.
Could be a few months.
Now,
All right.
yeah. How do you usually make money when you're not when there's no jobs on the?
If I'm tight for cash, I live frugally till I find my next one. I know you two aren't the wealthiest and haven't been in town for that long, so I'm working harder than normal to find us work.
Oh wow, that means a
Much
lot.
as I can say we're not about money, I'd rather not push you into a corner about it.
It's just like, okay, let me explain this to you, Beric. this is for the benefit of all of us, and I think it's better if we just head her off right now. I'm not particularly worried about money. I'm okay living frugally. I'm okay sleeping on the floor. I'm okay sleeping on the couch. I'm okay with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, once in a while, a person likes a good meal and a bath, right?
Also,
But-
hundreds of gold on stupid paper.
I'm about to get there. I'm about to get there. Sorry, Dre. I'm sorry for yelling at you. What someone does need money for is spells, specifically spell scrolls, and inscribing new spells into my book. For example, one that I'm looking at right now is Arcane Lock. Just to give you an idea of what that could do is if I had
I'm
it,
familiar with the spell.
or if any of you had a spell scroll, that makes it very difficult for someone to follow us or chase us. It also makes this building here much more secure.
Right, I'm aware. Yes. My advice to you would be for large expenditures like that, when you're starting out and you don't have a large amount of cash to fall back on, make sure your big expenditures come right before your next paycheck. Or preferably shortly after.
Okay.
Keep enough money to live 3 months, if you want to keep it on the low side. 3 months of living should definitely get you between your jobs.
And we're doing okay right now, so
I should hope so. I just gave you $500 each.
What's a
Sorry?
dollar?
gold. And I don't think we've really spent any yet, have we?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just sort of
Yeah.
like assumed it was already gone.
We ended the session with you guys getting paid, so I don't think you've
Oh,
actually.
it's
had
already spent on spell
How much
dust.
gold do we have, Dre? Dre, do you have all this information in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay, how much gold do we have?
Hang on, let me count it. I pull it out of our bag of folding, a big sack. 1, 2, 3. Approximately 1,332 gold pieces later. 1,332.
Okay, so we have a decent amount of gold. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Right. Well, like I said, take your time. I should probably make sure we're in contact. So if I don't have a job, I'll come by here sometime during the week, at least once a week.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you, Beric.
If you really need me, put a request in with the painted lady.
Okay.
She can get a hold of me.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm not sure if she'll ever speak to Dre again after the Grimes incident.
I mean, you're the one who accused her.
She's a professional. I'm sure you'll be fine.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll get crack-a-lacking.
All right. Best of luck, as he pushes himself up off the couch and starts making his way out the door and
You
out of
okay?
the knot. Oh,
You sound like your back's hurting you.
oh, well. Spend a week sleeping out in the forest,
Yeah.
working the kinks out now that I'm back in my bed.
Yeah. Good point.
I don't envy you sleeping on couches, but
Well, one day.
Well, we more just sort of like sit there for a little bit.
well, maybe if you find a couple of empty rooms in here, you can put some beds in them and have a proper room.
Yeah, we've opened some of the rooms. The main thing is like, okay, have you figured out anything about the front door and the stairs? Because
Front door
that's
and
the big
stairs?
problem. Whenever you go up to the front door, can I show him quickly?
Well, we have crowbars jammed in them.
Yes, but it doesn't stop all the other doors from shutting and locking.
No, it's just those two doors that lock.
The upstairs ones did too.
Nope, those are always locked.
Well, we opened some of them,
Yes.
and then they shut again and
Which
lock
ones?
again. We out of character. We had a few doors that we've unlocked past those two stairwell doors upstairs.
Yeah.
And when you come back down, if someone opens a door and fails the stealth, all the doors shut and lock. The two
No.
stairwells and the
No, it's just those two,
Lock.
the two doors, the two D doors. I think you're thinking of the end door with like the gas chamber room with the levers that shut on us.
Yeah. When you
But that
do
was
the
just
lift,
temporary.
it locks, gasses the room, and then unlocks itself after you've been subjected
And
to the
then
gas.
we ungassed that one, right?
Well, you open the window and
Yeah.
stuck your head out the window.
Yeah. Yeah, we
And you
bailed
put
on that one.
a metal piece in it so that it wouldn't slam shut because it almost snapped the wooden half of your hammer.
Yeah. Well, if we could figure out how to get these stairwells so that they don't lock all the time, that would be good.
I haven't figured out how to do that. I just sneak my way by them when I need up.
Yeah. Good point. All right. And what do you ever, if you ever need your way up for? What do you do up there?
Well, curiosity mostly.
Okay.
I'm interested to discover what might have been left behind by the legendary thieves that built this place.
All right. Well, if you ever take a minute, you can go and see all the stuff that we did up there, and maybe you can build upon it. Let us know.
Right. I took a look. You guys got into one of the lever rooms.
Yeah, the gas one. Just in case you're in there, we left the window open so that you don't get gassed out.
I gave up on those.
Oh, okay.
I spent a long time on those levers.
That's a good sign. It's a good sign.
And did you ever figure out the diamond heart thing?
Yes. Yes.
And you turned off the blades?
Yes, we had the blades off, and then when you guys showed up, it turned them back on.
Have you figured the
Oh.
balcony out at all? Like all those doors without handles or locks?
Balcony. Let's see. No, I haven't figured out the door with the balcony.
What about the back door?
Back door, as long as you sneak up to it, it's fine.
Okay. And then, yeah, all the doors without locks. I thought about magnets maybe, but I'm not sure.
I don't know. I've tried magnets, it didn't do much. That metal plate there is stuck there firm.
All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm sure you've got more to discover up there.
Ugh.
You could say so. We made the same sound. It's like, I don't need to hear that. I know that. All right. Well,
All right.
Trey, you want to go see Kana?
Makes his way out of the room. You guys, if you're planning on pulling her out of school, you could go now. Other than that, you need to wait till the evening.
Okay.
All right. So, do we want to try and get her into the Thieves Guild? I think it's doable.
I say, yeah, I say we pull her.
All right. How about we let her choose?
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Like people who consider her a person would.
Yeah. Well, and she gets time after school, doesn't she, to do her own thing?
She's not really supposed to leave the school grounds.
But she's also an adult.
Yeah, she is able to, but they're just kind of treating her like the other 6-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go talk to her, and then at least we can teach her some thieves can't.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are planning to go and pull her out of school then?
We're not 100% sure on that yet.
Okay. So, but if you're going now, before 5 o'clock, then that would be what you're doing because you're going to pull her out of class, and they said don't come by until after classes, which end at 5.
Okay, we'll come by after class then.
Okay. So, do you guys want to do anything during the whole rest of the day that you guys have?
I would like to spend a little bit of money.
All right.
Okay.
I would like to. I have 4 spells that aren't in my book yet. Yeah.
I mean, okay. Let me find the spell book.
Did we convert it over?
Okay, you have 6 spells left in there. Let me compare that to your spells you know. I feel like this didn't update last time.
Nope.
Of the red book?
Nope.
Okay, in the future, can you keep a thing of it?
Nope.
Why?
I gave it to you guys, so you're responsible for keeping track of your inventory.
I have it. It's just, it confused me because it had blindness deafness still on it. Because I'm pretty sure you gave that to the
I gave blindness deafness away.
Yeah. All right. So in my notes, the red spellbook has blur, burning hands, chromatic orb, color spray, and arcane lock.
Okay, I have blur already.
Okay, then that's the other one you got rid of.
Yeah, so then I have arcane lock, arcane lock, color spray, chromatic orb, and
Burning hands.
okay, and it's 50 gold per level of the spell.
Yeah, and an hour, I think.
Yeah, an
Yeah.
hour per level.
So I'm going to spend 100 gold to get
Okay.
arcane lock. I'm going to spend a 50 gold to get. Well, it's 250 gold total to get all of them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to spend the 250.
Okay.
And then can you just add them all to my spellbook, and then I'm going to spend the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours up until 5 p.m. putting them into my book.
Yes. All right. And then I can get rid of that stupid book.
Okay, and then you've added them all to my thing now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's just a lot of menus to go through. Burning hands.
Now, making scrolls, Isaac.
Mhm.
How much does it cost to make a level 1, level 2 scroll kind of thing?
All right.
What is this? A first level scroll takes 1 day and 25 gold.
Okay, second
Second level scroll takes 3 days and 250 gold.
Not long, hey?
Yep.
So, because it costs me, I can put it into my book in 2 hours, like an hour per spell level, but it takes a day to make it.
Yep.
What's the difference?
You put it in your book does not make something that casts itself.
No, but what's the difference? Like,
So you're putting in your book, and then you memorize it, and then you do all the work to cast the spell. Now you're making something that does all the work to cast the spell. You're not just writing it on a piece of paper.
okay, so it's 25 and then 50, right? It's 25 per level of spell.
Nope. First level spell costs 25 gold and takes 1 day.
Okay.
A second level spell takes 3 days and costs 250 gold.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go buy some spell components. Alex,
All right.
I'm going to spend 300 of the gold. Is that okay?
Begrudgingly, yes.
Okay.
Remember, another thing you guys are planning on having in your future is building a stronghold. So you might want to start putting some of your money towards that.
That's why I'm only spending 300.
550.
300.
You just spent 250 on spells, and then another 300. You spent
No,
500.
I didn't. I spent 250.
Yeah.
And then I spent another 50 for a total of 300.
Oh, I thought you were spending 300 more.
No.
Okay.
Only 300.
Got you.
Okay.
I was
So,
like, that's more than half of
can
what you guys just made.
I think, how much do I have in spell components right now? I should have like 40 or something, or 50.
You have 100.
Okay, so then can you add 300 to that, please?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
Wait.
I have
What?
a total of 400. I replenished my spell components and spell materials. I put 100 in it the other time.
And now you're putting 300 more?
300 more.
No, because you just spent 250 on spells, and then you said you spent...
I haven't spent that on spells yet.
You
I
spent
have
it
the materials to do it. I haven't taken the time to do that yet.
Oh, so you're buying the materials. You haven't actually put the spells in your book yet.
No, not yet. I'm still at the market.
Okay.
I got you.
Okay,
Okay.
so I have 400 now total.
Yes.
Okay,
Gotcha.
all right. And then, Dre, is there anything you need in town?
Just, sorry, to be clear about one thing. The things you need to put spells in your book and components for spells are two different expenditures. They're not from the same pool. Because one's inks and paper, and one is components for spells.
Yeah, for ease of use, I'm just doing it as a pool. So that I have a pool of things, and as I use them, it's gone, it goes away. Is that okay?
Well, you need to keep track separately of what's... So you need at least two pools.
Yeah.
One for copying down spells, and one for casting spells, because those are very different sets of components.
Yeah,
So
like the charcoal for Find Familiar, right? Is not...
Okay, so then I have $100 worth of 100 gold of spell component things, and I have 300 of spells to put in spells.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought it would be easier if I just had a pool of money that was there.
Yeah,
that I
no,
had
it
for-
would be easier, but those things are different enough that I want you to have two different pools for them.
Okay.
Right. So you go to the market. Likely go to the small market in the inner run that the students of the Arcanum sell stuff in, and pick up what you need to copy some spells into your spell book and some components for casting your other spells. And also, Barrick had given you money for the components you spent, so you could turn that money into components as well.
Okay. Yeah, he gave us 20 gold, didn't he?
Yeah. So I don't know, Alex, if you already put that into spell components or
He-
if you had that separate or not.
have-
No, I've been just messing with that spell components pool. So 100 is where we're at.
Okay,
Net
perfect.
from all
Oh,
that.
yeah, you take those 20 gold and turn that into spell components
Sure.
as well.
Okay. And then I'm like, oh, if there's anything else you need, I'm gonna go back to the same girl that we went to before, like remember the bookshop where I commented on her paper.
Oh yes,
I'm gonna go back to that place.
Her, she does have her stall set up. Oh, hello.
Is it a stall or is it a shop?
It's not a shop. This is like a market where the students set up and earn some
Okay.
extra coin.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I would like to buy some more of your fantastic paper.
Well, luckily I have some more in stock.
Okay, wonderful. Do you also have ink?
Of course. What do you take me for?
Well, I take you for someone who sells great paper.
But not great ink?
Well,
Truly, I'm offended.
Okay, fine. I like the blue one.
All right, well.
Do you use? And I'm gonna like whip out a Beatles name that they use for like certain things. Do you get this ink from the diaphanous beetle?
No, I'm not a fan of bugs. However, this one, and she flips it over, I believe is created from, yes, manticore blood.
It's just paper.
This is ink we're talking about, which is
Really?
not paper. Like
You think you'd rub off on him more, wouldn't you?
I know. Well, we have our talents.
As she gives you a grin, Evandrail.
I hope not.
I also asked her, I'm like, so are you a student here, or are you just a purveyor of great paper?
I am a student at the Arcanum, yes.
Wonderful. Who are you sponsored by?
Sponsored by.
Or which what are they called? Which are you like Raven or Blue Blood?
Oh, I am a Ravenquill.
Ravenquill.
Yes.
Awesome. How long have you been a student?
I'm going on my 3rd year now.
Okay. Well, I'll give you this. Because you're a friend, if you're ever interested in, some trade talk or maybe trade a spell or here or there, let me know. I'm always open to getting a new scroll.
Well, I'll keep it in mind.
Mm-hmm. And I know the only reason I bring this up is, a lot of people are pretty tight-fisted with their things, but, for recently, I just learned to spell Chromatic Orb.
Oh, quite interesting.
Yeah.
I've heard of the spell, yes.
It's interesting because you can use it for many different types of effects. It's not stuck to your traditional fire or cold or lightning. I can choose on my own. You just need a diamond of considerable value.
I tend to stay away from combat myself.
Okay.
If I was really pressed, I suppose I would call something to fight for me.
There you go. Oh, you're a summoner.
Well, most of the students are.
Really?
Well, yes. I mean, it is the school's specialty.
Conjuration?
Of a sort.
Okay. Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, well, it's one of the only places one can legally learn necromancy.
Oh, and you guys all do necromancy here.
Well, it's part of the curriculum, certainly.
Okay. That's interesting. And you have no qualms with it?
I mean, I'm not a terrible fan of bringing corpses back from the grave, but if I learn magic from it, perhaps I can just stay out of a situation where I have cause to.
Okay. Well, if I see you around and if you're ever interested in something that's not very corpse-driven, let me know. I'm always interested in learning.
Well, good to know. Do enjoy your inks and enjoy your day, both of you.
Thank you.
And I give her a smile. But like only with my mouth.
She looks at you and like gives you one back. Looks a little confused.
I'm like, Dre.
Don't even.
It looks like you know necromancy as well. He has the eyes of a dead thing.
Oh, I get a nervous laugh. I'm like, yes. Oh,
Yeah.
what was your name? by the way?
Oh,
Think of a name for the lady I'm a paper from.
I'm Hea.
My
Hey,
name is Squirtle.
my name is Barian.
Nice to meet you, Barian.
Great, this is when you introduce yourself.
Name's Dre.
Well, nice to meet you as well, Dre. I hope I see you again soon, although you're certainly learning new things at a lightning pace with the amount of incubying.
Tell
Wow.
me about it.
Adventures. What was her name again? Sorry.
Hea.
Hey, can you write?
Hey.
Is it Haya?
Heya, yeah.
Hey, Alex.
Yeah.
Can you
Heya.
write Heya? Heya paper seller.
Yeah, I'll write her down.
Thanks.
Careful, don't get too many crushes at once.
I don't have any crushes.
Mm-hmm.
The crush I have is Orange Crush, the best type of citrus pepper.
Oh yeah, I heard that just came out.
BT Dubs. If Orange Crush wants to throw us a sponsorship, I would absolutely take it 100% of the time.
Oh my god. Sure, yeah.
Shit, I'd even settle for like C+. Like, let's be honest.
Hey, but I mean, like, if Fanta wants to, like, you know, edge him out, like, I will convert to Fanta for money.
Who is this Fanta you speak of?
It's the opera one.
Oh, Fanta of the Opera.
Yeah.
But she's a wonderful beauty.
You're both terrible.
No, I believe his first name was Ivan.
Ivan Fanta.
Ivan the Terrible. Okay, I go back to the place and put scrolls in my book.
Danny Fanta.
As you take the
5.
5 hours to
Dre.
copy down.
I will be gone for
Spell?
5 hours.
Uh-huh.
Entertain yourself.
All right. Well, I've been
Future.
slowly compiling a list.
Okay.
Basically, I want to make my way probably mostly at the Thieves Guild around grabbing various extra special door opening things like metal files and wire cutters and there's a skeleton key on this list you sent me. What does a skeleton key do?
That was not one of the things I listed as an option.
Okay. Never mind then. I don't get that. Even though it sounds really cool and I want one. And
Yeah.
then on top of that, because it's a thing I've always assumed that I had, but actually have not talked about, and therefore probably didn't have, is I want to go commission myself a shield with like dark fabric and padding on it, so it's quiet and stealthy looking.
Okay. You can get such a thing. You probably want like. Yeah, they've got stuff for that. Let me just open up the
Yeah.
things here. So
There's
you
like
probably want-
silenced armor, but that's like super expensive, and this is just a shield.
Yeah, how much is silenced armor? I'm just opening it.
750 gold.
Yeah, that's a lot. Get your shield redone. You'd need to get a guild craftsman to do it, because people would probably look at you funny if you asked for that.
Okay.
Oh my god, how to spell shield?
Shy Yield.
You could probably get that done for 5 gold.
Oh wow, okay.
What does silence do?
Making a shield less obvious.
Yeah,
and
so
then
it
the other
doesn't
thing-
like glimmer in bounce. I don't know if it'll do anything like mechanically, but it makes no sense
so-
to be carrying around this bright shiny thing.
So
So
if all you're worried about is getting rid of the shimmer, weapon black is what you're gonna want.
oh okay. Yeah, it's the shimmer and then just like make it less clangy as it moves around.
So the less clangy part would be mostly on the inside, and that's what'll cost 5 gold. But to get rid of the shininess would be the weapon black.
Okay, is that
Putting-
more expensive on top of that, or
yes.
okay?
How much would weapon black and the clangy thing be?
So
I
clangy
can-
thing is 5 gold. And then I'm
I
just
saw
trying to-
weapon black, but I lost it. Weapon black 2 gold, I think.
Let me just go to the list. Those are items. I think it's plant dye, and it's 2 gold. Oh, weapon black. Yeah, a vial of weapon black is 2 gold.
Okay.
Let me just if I can find
Alright.
that. Boy, this would be the type of thing that having in
An Excel table.
alphabetical order. Not
I
be-
know. It's
Alphabetical in an Excel table with algorithms and
Yes.
yeah,
Let me
Yeah.
do more math, please.
Yeah.
just saying. That would be really cool.
mhm.
I got the skeleton key.
Oh,
Yeah, these
How
are.
much is a skeleton
No,
key?
you can't buy
We
them.
can't. Yeah, well, I asked.
The note literally says these were not considered earlier under pick locks because the DM will almost certainly wish to restrict the availability of these items drastically.
Why?
It's not allowed in the
Come
campaign
on.
world at all. Skeleton key is one which is capable of opening many locks of several different types in its most versatile form. The very best designs will open virtually any lock, but it is certain that the DM will not want any PC thief acquiring such an item. Rather, 4 ways of dealing with them are suggested, and it's mostly just having like a master key for an area, basically.
So the other thing, Alex, the other thing was we should get a wax pad.
We could there's a key making set for that's pretty expensive, but it could be a thing that we
How
could
much is
use. It's 60 gold, but then we would also need like stuff to get. We would also need like key blanks and ways to get molds of locks and.
So the easy way to do that is we have something called a wax pad, which you put the imprint of the key in.
Well, if
And
we
then-
don't have the key, we could try and make it based off the lock. I don't know. I saw a lockpicking lawyer do it, and that's all I know.
What are our options, Isaac?
Right. So first, a note on weapon black is that
'Kay.
once it gets used in combat, it wipes off.
Really? Okay.
So that's it's not a one-time cost.
Is there a
and then-
more permanent, more expensive way to do that?
Could we get our like tinted like our?
Can I
blades?
like make it out of black metal, or something similar to that?
You
Have
can
it
get the
covered in
blades-
fabric or something?
You can get
so
them.
fabric would also break off during combat.
I mean,
Um,
that makes sense. Yeah.
So when you watch forging shows, you can get tinted steel or you can get them carbonized.
Right. So that would be a specialty thing. You'd need to find somebody capable of doing that, and it's likely going to be somebody through the Thieves Guild. But it's not something that's widely available, although it could be a subplot to get such a thing.
Or we could talk to the Thieves Guild.
Well, that would probably be the start of the subplot to get that thing.
Okay. Well, we might not be using these weapons forever, so
Then weapon black is a temporary solution.
okay. I'm gonna get mine silenced though,
Uh,
although that's never come up as an issue.
no,
so-
it's silenced armor that they have the thing for, which is also not one of the options that I kept from this list of things.
Okay.
okay.
And then, so the key making set, to read you the description of that, it allows a thief to make a duplicate of keys that he has in his possession, or from impressions of keys that he made using a wax pad.
Okay.
So buying the key making set would be good, but having a wax pad would be great. So, like for example, when we steal keys, like those different keys from that dwarven dude's house, remember back in the day? Instead of stealing the keys and leaving them suspicious and they'll just change their locks, we just take wax impressions of the keys.
Yeah, it's definitely useful. I'm just not sure how useful for how much investment it is.
For 60 gold to be able to make keys for the rest of our adventure.
Yeah, but how often have we actually like run into keys that we could make things out of?
If I recount, at least 5 times throughout this campaign. The dwarven thing, we had 3 keys that we could have done things with.
Okay, we did find weird keys. That is true.
So I'm not saying we have to. I'm just saying is even if we end up using it twice and open a chest that we otherwise couldn't unlock, I bet you it pays for itself tenfold.
That's true. And we have a bag of holding that we can just cart it around in.
Yep. Or leave it at the knot. Right? It's something that we can make an impression of a key and then come back later and make the key and then go back, right?
How heavy is it?
Says it's a number of molds, files, small blades, metalworking instruments, and the like. And it uses a small oil burning apparatus for softening and molding metal. So it is usually restricted to a safe, secure layer where you're not going to be disturbed. So it's not the type of thing you can
Not like a portable thing.
Yeah, not so much.
Yeah, it's something where we steal the key, we make a wax pad impression, and then we bring it back to the lair and go, make a key.
All right. Well,
was there anything else you were looking for from the rules?
No, but I guess if weapon black is temporary, I'll get a bunch of it.
Okay.
I'll just grab like 10 things of weapon black for 20 gold.
And then also, like, I want those climbing stuff.
Did you give me a list as I went shopping? Because this is just like what I'm doing while you're getting spells.
Oh yeah, never mind then. We'll talk after. We'll talk a different day.
Okay. Anything else you're picking up? Weapon black.
Let's say weapon black, like padding for my shield or whatever.
Yeah,
that I've
they tell
paid
you
for.
2 days to pick that up.
Okay, in 3 days?
2 days.
2 days. All right.
Yeah.
Sweet. Is there anything else I actually want? I don't believe so.
Man, just realized the best part about a 2-person campaign: shopping episodes. So short.
Oh, we can change that. I'd like to.
We can do the long one if you
No,
want.
no, please.
Hi guys,
don't.
we're gonna have a shopping episode this week. We're actually gonna make a Camendel to pick up one
Hey,
item.
you're the one who's like, hey, why don't I include more things that thieves can buy?
I heard this is rare ore that we can't
By the
forge
way,
into knives till
you
level
can
15.
totally buy things out of session. I'm super cool with that.
Are you okay with that if we just do
Yeah,
it?
just
and then,
talk to me about it.
Yeah, like we'll just make a list and say, hey, we spent this much money.
Yeah, just let me look over it and I'll tell you what things you could and couldn't find, and then we don't have to spend game time on shopping.
Yeah.
I think either way it's fine as long as there's not too much of
Yeah,
it
it's
all
not
at once.
Like, and some people really get off on these type of things. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes people love shopping episodes.
Oh yeah, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna get the key making set? Are they not? The drama.
Right. So, if there's nothing else you're looking for, you can meet your brother back at the knot.
No, I do the thing at Costco where I like look at the key making set, go, nah, then turn back and like, no. But it's like calling out to me.
Indeed. So, you end up back home probably before your brother is done, and he comes out just like kind of red-eyed from 5 hours of staring at paper and ink.
Jubilant.
He's excited and exhausted looking at the same time.
You have fun?
Absolutely.
I'm glad.
We are.
Oh, I also got another crowbar. Cause actually
Good.
I got 2 crowbars. Cause we both lost our crowbars.
Well, chuck them in the old bag of hoe.
Yeah. That was both in and out of character.
It was a mix. It was fluid.
Yeah.
So, you guys finish that. You can wait a few hours if you don't want to do anything else, and you could go and visit Kena.
Alright.
I'm just gonna relax.
Relax. Find how to like set up my thieves tool set with my new fancy things I got.
And then, Alex, I said I have just a few things on me, and then the rest of my stuff is in the bag holding.
Yes. Yeah, I sort of just like assumed all of our food, all of our clothes,
That, like,
anything you don't need immediate access to, I just sort of chucked in the bag of holding.
Okay. So you guys head over to the outer run to the school, whose name is the Lakewood Conservatory. And you guys head in, walking over to Kena's room, and you find her in there, and she seems to be scribbling away on a piece of paper furiously at the small desk in the room. Come in.
Open the door.
Hey,
Oh, hi.
we're
Hey.
back.
Oh, why are you gone for so long? It
Yeah, it wasn't as much fun as we thought it would
turned
be.
out longer, yeah.
was like 2 weeks.
But guess what? We saw
What did you saw?
gigantic snake.
A big snake?
Yep. And I
Yeah.
put my arm like a tree trunk. I'm like at least 2 or 3 feet around.
That's not very big.
It was like 25. How long was it?
Like 30 plus feet long.
It was like 30 plus feet long.
That's not that big.
Okay. And we saw a silverback
Alright.
gorilla.
Oh, where?
And the place we went,
You guys were in the forest?
No,
In
this one was in a
something like
castle.
that. Yeah, it's like an animal castle.
In a castle?
Yeah, and it was
Mhm.
wearing.
That's not where they live.
I know this one
Oh.
was tamed.
Tame. Was he happy?
It seemed like he was
Yeah.
wearing boots and a hat and stuff.
That's weird. That's not where they go.
Yeah, the guy there was weird. You're right.
We
Mm.
also saw a thing. I think it's called a sentinel. The green thing.
Oh, a spectator.
We also saw something called a spectator.
It's big and green with eyeballs.
Killer?
Sorry, Dre.
Oh, I just said it's big and green with eyeballs.
Why is this spectacular?
It's called a spectator.
Back.
Tater.
Toes.
Spec. Spec.
Spec.
Tater.
Tater.
Spectator.
Spectator.
There you go.
Oh. I don't know what those are.
I'd show her a picture I drew of it.
Oh.
That thing.
This is good. You want to see mine? And she like turns the thing she's drawing on, and you can see it's a crude drawing of the outside of the building here, but it's not the front of the building. It's like the view from the alley in the back.
Okay.
And she's done like crayon colors around it. You can see the sun above it.
Good drawings.
Wow.
Dang.
How are you liking school?
It's really fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say about it?
Soleil came to see me, and she said you guys maked her come see me.
Make her come see you.
Yes.
No, she wanted to.
We told her that she should come and visit you because you might be lonely while we're gone, but it was up to her if she wanted to go.
Oh.
And she chose to come see you because she likes you.
It was fun to see her.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
We had a question for you.
What's that?
We
Well-
want to know, Trey?
Well, how would you like to come and join us next time we go on an adventure?
Yeah. Yeah. That would be fun.
Okay. So, all you gotta do is a couple of things for some people to show that you'll be helpful. Because they're
Okay.
like worried about that.
Okay, what's I gotta do?
So- We.
Oh, that was oh my
Out of character. We're not allowed to tell her about the guild, right?
god.
Would she have heard of the guild?
She's been to the guild.
Okay.
You guys saw her in the
Okay.
guild.
So you know the guild that we're a part of?
Mm-hmm.
They have an initiation of sorts for you to become so you can work with us.
Yeah, you gotta become part of
Okay.
that.
So we can't tell you how to do it. You have to figure it out on your own. But
Is it like treasure hunt?
kind of
Pretty
like
much.
a test.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like tests.
Well, sometimes you do things you
Yeah.
don't like.
It's alright. This you should.
Treasure hunt.
I think
Okay,
you'll
treasure-
be pretty good at this one.
It's a treasure hunt.
Okay.
We can't help you. We had to figure it out. So you're gonna have to figure it out, but we'll give you some tools. And I'll tell you a deal.
Okay.
If you work really you're enjoying school. Do you want to stay in school?
I like school.
Okay. So you stay in school, you stay working hard in school. If you figure out this test and you impress some people, I'll make you a deal. I will take on some of your training and teach you in other things like speech and arithmetic, those type of things. And Dre will work with you on other aspects of your training,
Okay.
like street smarts and
Mhm.
things of that sort.
Okay.
Okay. But
So you guys are looking at the full-grown elf sitting before you.
yeah,
For the viewers who don't know, this is not a child they're talking to. This
No.
the elf,
she's about 120 years old. She's the
somewhere around there.
same
Yeah.
age as us. But only if you want to do it. And if you tell us at any time that you're no longer having fun, then you can go and do what you want to do.
Then we can play tag.
We'll play tag for sure. But we're also
I'm really good at tag.
I imagine, especially around all these 6-year-olds.
I win a lot.
I imagine so.
But one thing I'd have to get you to promise is that we got to work on speaking. Is that okay?
I'm speaking.
I know, but if I told you sounded like our children, would
We've-
that hurt your feelings?
No.
Okay. Have you noticed that you speak a little differently than the adults?
No.
Okay.
This is why I picked street smarts.
I'm going to use my inspiration, and I'm going to play back the sound of her voice to her.
Okay. Oh, you did magic.
Yes. Did you hear your voice?
Yeah.
I'm going to change it now so that it sounds like an adult version of her speaking.
Oh, well, hello. It's me, Kayla.
No,
but
an
like-
intelligence check, and we'll see if this gets through to her.
1 second.
I like you.
What's my intelligence?
18.
Okay. Okay, that's 18. 14 plus 4.
Oh,
Do you see what I'm saying?
no, I can't see it, but I hear it.
Okay, so let me explain. You see, when children go and talk to people, sometimes people don't take them seriously.
Oh.
That's what's going to happen to you if you sound like the kids. We want you to sound like an adult, not saying that you have to or anything, but if you sound like an adult, people will take you seriously.
Do I need them to take me seriously?
For
If you-
some of the things we do, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Like if you want to blend
She
in.
looks like really serious, so she's like nodding.
You know, sometimes we change and we dress up like other people.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes we need to be other people. And if we dressed you up like someone else because you were trying to get in with us and to be disguised with us and you sounded like a kid, it would break the whole disguise and we would get caught and killed.
Oh.
So you need to sound like an adult so that you can sneak with us.
Or at least to be able to sound like an adult when you want to.
You're able to, right? And then, so for example, say me and Dre have to break into something and we need you to distract the guard. We need you to be able to go and pretend to be a normal person. So
I'm
like
not a normal person?
No, a normal adult. An adult. Pretend to be someone else so that you could distract the guard without him being curious. You know?
Conversation's going great.
Okay.
So it's nothing against you. I would give her a hug. It's nothing against you. You're
Head
awesome.
just kind of goes down.
I get a really good chuck
Yeah.
under the chin. I'm like, come on, smile.
You're way better than all the normal people. You just gotta pretend to be like them sometimes.
Okay.
We wouldn't have wanted you to come work with us if we didn't like you and we didn't think you were good.
Okay.
Because you're very stealthy.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty stealthy.
You,
I mean, to
Dre?
most people.
Dre,
What?
come here. Can you show her the signs as I draw them?
Oh, jeez.
I'm going
Yeah.
to take out a piece of paper and I'm going to draw out Thieves Can't for the basic stuff that she would need to know to like find the signs she would find on like shop, the different signs she would find on shops and that kind of thing, or like bowls, that kind of deal. And then like the stuff she would need to say to people to
Okay.
get their attention.
Make me an intelligence check as you try to teach her this.
Okay.
So, plus her intelligence.
Okay, that's a 15. I rolled an 11. Is there a skill that I could use for this?
Not really.
Okay.
There isn't a teaching skill.
No, there's not. Although there is in Shadowrun.
14.
14.
Oh, sorry.
Is there really?
Yeah, there is. Yeah. Okay, so you start doing your best, and she's like nodding along and takes it.
And Dre's helping me with this.
Oh yeah, he's helping you show her, and she's like, "Can I keep this?"
You are allowed to keep that. If no, would I know the rules about Thieves' Cant and stuff?
There's not like there's not like there's hard and fast rules. It tends to be something that thieves try to keep out of the hands of non-thieves. Otherwise, it loses all its utility as a secret language.
Okay. You're allowed to keep this until tomorrow evening.
Okay.
So I'll be back here tomorrow evening. But you have to keep it hidden, and no one must find it.
Okay.
You're the only one who's allowed to look at it.
Okay.
So you have one night and day to learn it, okay?
Super secret.
Super secret. The most secret.
Okay.
It's a big
Okay.
responsibility.
I got it.
I know, but I'm going to really impress upon you. If
You're not that impressive. Pretty cool.
I'm just saying, if someone found out that you had this,
I got it.
okay, they probably wouldn't let you in. You gotta be careful.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, you learn that, and then you're gonna have to go, and you're gonna have to go around the city, and you're gonna have to look for those markings, and you're gonna have to figure it out.
Okay.
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 And try and work on your adult voice.
Mm-hmm.
So work on it and just listen to your teachers and copy them, and just be really careful about the difference between what the kids sound like and what the teachers sound like. I don't
Okay.
care if you can do both. That's fine. But as long as you're able to sound like an adult sometimes, that's important.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Love ya. What?
Love you too.
Okay. Give her a hug and a pat on the back. All right.
She's just like grinning and bouncing in her chair.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Dre.
Bye.
Anything you want to say?
Oh, not bye.
Dre?
Love you too.
Love you.
All right. We'll be back tomorrow.
Bye.
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 I walk out.
All right.
Bye.
Oh yeah. Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Two
Bye.
awkwardest people.
Bye.
Bye. She's like head out the door, like watching you down the hallway, yelling it back to you. Jeez.
Wow. You gonna cry?
What?
You gonna
No.
cry? You seem like you're choking up a little bit there.
Why? Why would I be choking up?
I don't know. Is it that hard to have someone else care about you other than me?
You care about me?
The things I have done to keep you alive. That's terrible you.
I mean, most of that has been my displeasure. Let's be honest.
What do you mean your displeasure?
Let's see. You choked me with a bloody egg.
Wait, I
You
believe the word
cut
you
off
said
my
was
hair.
alive. Yeah, so that you could sneak in. Look, it's already growing back.
Barely.
Kind of.
Barely.
It does not look good. You keep it probably under hat most of the time.
Yeah.
You know what? What if we did this? What if me and you went and got haircuts and we went for the short hairstyle?
Only if I get to cut your hair.
I'll
No.
remind you that you're elves in Alokrin.
Are there other elves in Alokrin?
Yes.
And do they all have long hair?
You don't see a lot of them around. They're not obvious.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah,
of
we
them-
kind of need the ear covering.
Yeah, I don't want to wear a hat all the time.
like it's not like you can't.
Oh
wear
yeah,
them.
yeah, wearing a
No.
hat all the time must suck.
Yeah. Well, your hair will grow back.
It's not like you can't live in a locker room as an elf. It's just you're much more likely to come across judgment than
Yeah, racism and bigotry.
yes, those things.
Okay. All right. Well, do you want to go stake out this dude's house tonight?
Ugh, got so much stuff to do in one day.
We can go back. We don't have to do it today.
No, fine. There's...
I like how well you're establishing this character.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna
Like-
go. I'm gonna stop in the market and like buy like this like old shawl type thing, and I'm gonna like let my hair down and kind of put on this like hat and like really like crook myself over, and get like a some type of staff or wooden staff or something, just like a walking stick.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna be like, and you, and I'm gonna like take him into the like a bathroom or something, and I'm gonna like give him some like wrinkle lines and make him look like an older man.
Okay. It'll cost you 6 silver and a roll with your
Yeah, okay.
tools. This would be a dexterity based roll with your disguise kit.
Okay, that's a 9. Oh no, 22, 16 plus 6.
Okay. You do quite a good job of making him look like a older man.
And myself as well, making
Yep.
myself look like hunched old. lady.
Make another roll then for yourself.
Okay. I thought we were doing them together, but yeah. Okay. 15.
Okay. So both of you remember that number because that's what somebody needs to pierce through the disguise.
I was not
and then
listening to the number.
22 for you, 16 for him, and then 6 silver for the clothes and the staff to sell it.
Yeah, can you knock off 6 silver?
Yes.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna kind of hunch over and let like the cowl kind of hoodie babushka thing I have kind of come over me. I'm like, all right, let's just go for a walk through the clouds.
Yes, honey.
Okay.
You guys start a slow, frail-looking walk.
This is just preparing for next campaign.
Oh God.
Where did Dilbert live?
Oh, I don't remember. It's been so long.
I think it was over here, and I'm gonna repeat the address. Oh, over there, close to that area.
Oh.
I'm also gonna use minor illusion to cast a stench. Not a stench, but like a clearly old person smell.
Problem with that is it doesn't move, so you'd be constantly casting the spell as you move.
Good point. Never mind.
Oh.
Yes. That would...
Whenever we stop, I'll let it like kind of permeate out.
Yeah, when you stop, if you've got a moment with nobody around, you could cast it so that it's around you.
I think it's just verbal. I think it's just. Is it verbal?
No, it's verbal somatic material. It's a big one. Or no, it's somatic material. You don't have to say anything, but
You don't
you
have to say anything, I
gotta
can just, like-
you gotta move some cotton around.
Yeah, I just have to rub some cotton.
Yeah, and you have to do the thing with your hands, which is not the least obvious, but it's much less obvious than your voice.
So when I was looking at it, it shows that you just have a piece of cotton and you rub something on the piece of cotton. That's all you have to do.
No, they
That's-
don't actually give instructions, but as I've said before, when it comes to somatic components, those are you doing specific movements to activate the spell, and they are not they're not that difficult to recognize as somatic components. So you do have to kind of be out of eye shot, or at least far enough sideways that somebody doesn't notice what you're doing.
Well, I do them inside my sleeves, like I'm walking like this, and I just go
Like I'm saying, that will help if you're that. But if somebody's staring you straight on, even if you're doing behind your sleeves, it's going to be weird that your sleeves are moving around like that. So, more likely they would ask you what's going on with your sleeves, and then you'd have to make something up. I've got palsy. I shake. Like,
okay, so it's spellcasting is not something that you can do.
spellcasting is an obvious action.
You can't do it stealthy at all.
You can. It just it more requires on masking what you're doing, so somebody doesn't see it, and masking the noise you're making, than it does on how finely you do the action, how quietly you say it.
Or could I make it more look like a racking kind of like palsy cough?
Yeah, so in that case, if you're doing that where it's like, why are you moving like that? And you're like, oh, palsy, you'd make a deception check, right? Like you can try to lie to somebody so they think it's
Okay.
something else if there's no verbal to it.
Yeah, it's good to know. Just when you read the rules about the other stuff, so that's I'm just trying to learn how you run it.
Yeah, that's how I
Okay.
do it. Spellcasting is almost always an obvious action.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you guys walk through the clones, these buildings built by the crown that look basically identical to each other, the same kind of fence work around the outside with a small back and front kind of walkway and garden area. The major distinction between them is really the plants that people have growing around them, as although they're not all completely identical, they're pretty much the same. They all have the same blue tiled roof along them and basic layout. You guys walk until eventually you find yourself walking past the house that you guys had the address given to you for. Oh, and I realize I haven't actually I have blacked out. So give me a minute to just reveal the outside of it.
Is there a like a little park area thing close to it?
What the hell is going on? You know what? I'm gonna plug my mouse in because it's being super weird. Oh, I didn't bring my mouse. I'm not gonna do that.
There's mice on the thing over there.
That's right. No, there's not like a park around.
Or would there have been something on the way?
No, Alocran's quite pressed for space, so they don't really have any parks within the city.
Okay.
Let's.
Is there like an alleyway or something?
Yeah, there's definitely the area between us. This is super weird.
Weird.
Maybe it's because it's on the advanced fog of war, but where I click, it's a full like centimeter off for where it actually puts my cursor click. Let's turn off and enable regular fog of war.
Quick, get a screenshot.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the advanced fog of war that's like what?
Oh,
No, I haven't even
fancy.
poked it out.
But also, we cannot see you anymore.
That's weird. I loaded back in. My camera's showing up on my end.
There.
Do you want to just reload Roll20 and see if that fixes it?
Sure. Magic. Wacha! I've made Isaac appear.
Good job.
Mm-hmm.
I might have actually done this really poorly. Yeah, I did.
What are you doing, Isaac?
I am struggling to make the thing I want happen. Oh,
Jingle, jingle.
what is going on? Oh my god. I think. Okay. Yeah, that's Roll20 is playing with me. So it turned on. I turned off Advanced Fog of War, but then it kept on Advanced Fog of War, and then didn't have regular Fog of War on, and it had Advanced Fog of War as like a second Fog of War over the thing.
Oh, I had another question.
Super fog of war.
You had a question about a witch?
So whispers, like the
Message,
the cantrip.
yes.
So the somatic component of the cantrip is the message I whisper to the person, or the verbal component.
I don't think so.
So when I looked up,
I don't think it says that in there.
Something I did see. So
on Critical Role, that's
I don't. Not all my stuff works the same way Matt does it, although I do quite like a lot of the stuff he does. I treat spells as an obvious action.
okay. It just kind of ruins the cantrip, makes it not really useful.
Well,
I would like to trade it out if possible.
Different things.
Okay, I'd like to trade it out if possible, just because it doesn't fit well with if it's not going to work that way. I would have chose a different one.
So
Alright,
the
okay.
thing with message, so you point your finger towards a creature in range and whisper a message. The target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
That's the way that I read it.
Yeah.
That is
but-
what it says.
That's
but
literally
not-
what. So the way I interpret that is you have to point at someone, and there's probably a wiggly
And you
thing,
need
but
copper wire.
the message you say can't be like overheard.
Right, but there's
It's a
like,
different thing that's verbal
Imagine-
about it.
imagine Harry Potter, and you're using the message spell, and say Harry Potter. The word for the message spell is Messiosa or something. You say Messiosa, and then you point at the person.
Okay, but that's
and
how
then
I'm
you
reading it
cast
differently. I'm reading it
Right,
The,
so-
the having the copper wire and then making the finger movement, and then you whisper the spell. That's the verbal component of the spell is you whispering it the way that I read it.
Right,
So,
so
that's how
if-
I would have took it. If it's
Yeah,
not
so
like
if you-
that, I'll take a different spell.
Right, so I'm saying, yeah, if you would like, you can trade that out for a different cantrip. Why is this not working?
Yeah, because I feel it kind of defeats the purpose of the spell. The spell was meant so that you could communicate with your people across rooms when you're in a dungeon without giving away your position.
Well, it's still a fantastic spell. You can communicate through walls without giving away your position, and you can communicate things in front of people without them being able to hear what you're saying. It's just if you actually want to get something out that nobody can hear, you have to be a little more clever with it.
How so? You yell a spell out and
Right.
You
so
can't
you
do it.
You need to either get somebody to make a noise at the same time so that
Okay.
it doesn't get heard, or you need to find some like excuse for why you made a noise, or like you need to do something around that. Right, and then there's just one more thing I need to reveal.
now, does what I say matter? Can I have it be whatever I want it to be?
No, so it's the
As
spell.
long as it's the same time.
No, it's not like you get to choose what you're saying. Like it's an arcane thing that's set. It's a
Okay, great, but
It's
it's my
arcane
spell.
babble.
I choose.
No, you didn't. You learned the spell. You didn't make up the semantic.
Okay, so
and
do
verbal
you
components.
choose the verbal components of my spells?
I assume that the verbal components of your spells are some arcane style of language.
Okay, so they have to be an arcane style of language. kind of
Yes.
thing. Even if you're a bard or
Yes. Bards still do arcane magic.
yeah, but they do it through song. Anyways, it doesn't matter. All right, sounds good.
I have the map ready, and I will pull you guys over to it. And I hope you can see all the windows and stuff. It's on the top left.
I think it
And-
just put me there. Yeah.
And can you see me again?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So yes, as you guys go by it, as you go by the front, you would see there's a main door at the front. There's a bump out on the left side that has like a bay window and two windows on either side of it. And then the right side of the house has two more windows on it. The second floor is mostly centered over kind of the left side of the house, and it drops off on the right. The second floor is smaller than the first floor, and it has a large bump out with like a bay window, curtains drawn, and a long row of flowers growing along the front.
Okay. As we're walking,
If you guys would like, you can also go around the alley and get a look at the sides of the house as well.
Okay.
yeah, can I just find somewhere secluded where I can cast a spell?
Yeah, I mean, easy enough to just kind of watch and make sure there's no guard activity around you.
Sure. I cast this detect magic.
All right. As you cast detect magic.
Take my time and so that's a 60-foot cone.
Yes, you don't see any magic over the front of the house at all.
So I walk down the side. I walk around. Like how big is a house if we're given dimensions? Can I hit the whole thing with a 60-foot cone?
70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. It's about 100 feet long ways, and 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and about 50 feet front and back.
Okay, so if I walked around the house, I could hit the entire building with detect magic.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do that. Just like looking around at the side properties and. And obviously, it wouldn't make it obvious like I'm just walking around that house. I'd be like going around and like looking at the different buildings and
Yeah,
like,
you guys take a kind of long meandering walk through the alleys and through the main streets in front of a number of different houses too, but paying special attention to this address to get the outer perimeter of it. And you will see I have it showing the top has the bottom floor, and then below that is
Okay.
the outside of the top floor.
So do I notice any magic in the house? I would be able to hit the whole thing with my 60-foot
You cannot
cone.
see into the house as the curtains are all drawn. However, you do not see any magic hanging on the outside of the house.
So detect magic penetrates. Alex, can you pull up the spell, please?
Yes.
It's only blocked by like 3 foot of wood.
So you can sense for the duration. You sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you.
You
Uh,
actually,
This way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. So you have to be able to see the thing to actually look at it, and then you just sense anything within 30 feet of you.
I thought it was bigger than 30 feet.
Tis not.
do you have detect magic?
Yeah, it's a
Yep.
ritual.
Okay, let me find it. I think I might have missed it then when I put your things in here.
Okay, because I
Well,
definitely.
he wouldn't have it prepared because it's a ritual.
No, but it just like wasn't on his spell sheet, so I was like, wait a minute.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to take a look at my spells because I definitely have detect magic.
No, it's on there.
You sense that as you're walking around the front of the house.
Mhm.
Actually, as you're walking around it, you
So-
don't detect any magic.
Okay, but then I'm also looking for just auras and what I can sense.
Yeah, you don't sense any magic as you walk around the house.
I don't sense any magic.
Actually, let me just look at something here. Yeah, no, you wouldn't sense any magic around the house.
Yeah, all your other spells are good. It's just the one I missed.
Okay.
But given the fence around it, like you're not penetrating very deeply into the house.
How far does the fence go around it? 5 feet, 10 feet?
Front and back both have like 25 feet, and then the sides have like 10 feet of area around it in the alleys.
Okay, so I get in 10 feet into the house on the sides.
You'd actually get 20
25
feet.
feet into the house on the sides, and I would get 5 feet into the house on the front and back.
Yeah.
And nothing from that?
Nope.
What about this little shack up here?
That he would be able to get in completely. That's the latrine. And there's no magic coming from the latrine.
Okay. Do I see any, obviously, like windows open, anything like that?
All of them seem to be shut and the blinds closed.
And the blinds closed?
Yeah.
Okay. And is there a chimney?
There is not.
Is there anything on the roof? Is there...
Do you guys want to climb up?
Well, no, I'm looking. We walked around the entire building.
You don't see anything on the roof. Just it's got kind of 3 peaks along the back and then a much larger peak along the front.
I'll snap Roscoe up there
Okay.
in spider form and just take a quick look. I'll snap him in a few different places.
Yeah,
Just
I'll
to get a
reveal
complete
the
view
top
of the roof.
over on the right. Yeah, it's kind of like 3 peaks that cover the back of the house in a row, and then one larger peak at the front, and then the second floor, some of the parts that don't get covered, or sorry, the first floor that aren't, some of the parts that aren't covered by the second floor have their own just tiled sloping roof.
Okay, and it's just roof. There's nothing.
Yes.
All right, then. And there's a front door and back door?
Right.
There is a front door and 2 back doors.
Okay. I'm going to snap Roscoe by blowing the back doors. Just on the ground, like off to the side in like a crevice, a crack. Listen.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check with him.
I don't know what his
Is Roscoe
perception-
still an owl?
He is a spider.
Oh right, yeah, he's been a spider for a bit.
No, you turn him back into an owl for watching for the letter carrier.
Ah.
You had him helping watch from the treetops when you guys were waiting to ambush the letter guy, which means his perception is a +3.
All right, never mind. Then I wouldn't snap him there.
And he has advantage.
Yeah. All right. Well, Dre, any ideas?
It's hard to say. I'm not sure. Um, going in from above probably would be less resistance if we
Well,
can
there's
get up there.
no way to go in from above. There's nothing on the roof.
Oh, is there no like windows or anything on the second
wi-
floor?
Oh, I don't know about the second floor, but the roof has no trapdoors, no chimney, no nothing.
Yes, there are windows on the second floor.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not sure how seriously to take this guy.
Me neither, but I don't detect any magic. But we can always go back in.
Okay. So I don't have to worry about like magical alarms, but probably lots of physical traps with poisons and things.
Yeah,
Those are
but
most likely to be set to doors and windows, so it's like, what is the least likely window to go through? Or do you think he would just set them all and it doesn't actually matter?
I'm not sure. But we'll figure it out. I'm sure we can. Well, we're pretty good with
Yeah.
traps and windows and stuff. You always
Yeah.
take a look. All right, I say we come back later tonight and try and get the job done.
All right.
It's up to you. Do you want to wait another day or?
I don't see why.
All right. How close is the latrine?
I mean, I guess like my shield won't be ready for another like day and a half at this point.
You want your shield?
I mean, it'd be nice to have. If like
Okay.
time doesn't matter at all, it's better to have it than not to have it. I don't think we're in like crunch time here.
Yeah, good point. All right. Well, yeah. Let's. We can wait. We can wait until your shield comes up.
All right.
Okay. So, you guys can head back to the knot if you would like.
Yeah, I'm going to. I would like to cast a spell.
What spell would you like to cast?
I would like to whatever I have to do, whatever timeline. I just want to put Arcane Lock on, cast it, and then change my spells back to the way they were.
Arcane Lock. I've not looked at for some time.
I'm casting it on the front, and I'll cast it on the front and back door of the knot.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, and the balcony door. Why not?
Right. I'll just put a note. I'll pull you guys over to the knot as well. Okay, so I don't think you have it prepared, so it'd have to be tomorrow, right?
Yes, that's what I would do.
So do you guys want to do anything else tonight, or just heading to bed after a day of shopping and spell preparing and whatnot?
I don't have anything else that I want to do too much.
Just sleep.
Okay, so the next day, so casting of Arcane Lock costs you 25 gold in gold dust.
Okay.
So you put Arcane Lock.
Then I would only cast it once.
Which door?
The front door.
Right. Oh, I'm doing that in a weird place. Okay.
Because there's the front door that locks, and then there's the porch door that is just open, that you can open or close.
What do you mean? Oh yeah. So there's kind of like the boot room, the airlock door, and then the front door is actually a set of double doors. So you need to cast it twice to get both of them.
It wouldn't work on because it's
Actually,
one lock.
Yeah, I guess it would be one lock. So put Arcane Lock on that set of double doors there.
Yep, and only the team can get in. So me, Dre,
right? Yeah. So,
Derek, Lyra, and Scar.
Okay. So the four of you are able to open the door normally.
5.
Right. And are you setting a password?
No, it responds to their touch, their presence, kind of like a fob.
Okay.
So there is no password.
Alrighty.
And it lets me know when one of them goes to it.
Does it?
Could I do that?
No.
Why not? I want to try to.
That's not how the spell works.
What does it say?
You touch a closed door, window, gate, chest, or other entryway, and it becomes locked for the duration. You and the creature you designate when you cast the spell can open the object normally. You can also set a password that, when spoken within 5 feet of the object, suppresses the spell for 1 minute. Otherwise, it is impassable until it is broken or the spell is dispelled or suppressed.
Okay.
Casting Knock suppresses it for 10 minutes, and it's more difficult to break or force open by 10.
Okay, so there is a password, but only I know it right now.
Okay.
But as of all the other people can open it.
All right.
And it's just on the front door. So Alex, can you get rid of 25 gold of
Yep.
spell components? So I should have 275 now.
You have 75 because
So
you spent all that, like, right? Because you only have 100 of actual spell
yeah.
components.
You know what? What else? What other places do we have it open? We had the front window open as well, right?
I was assuming you guys closed that at some point, but you were using that to sneak in for a while.
Okay, so we have that one closed.
Yeah.
Everything is closed now except
Yeah.
for the front door,
And the 2 doors that you guys have crowbarred open.
which are inside the house.
Yes, yeah. Oh yeah, outside's all closed except for the front door. The back door you guys never did pick, so it would still be locked.
Yeah, the
and
back door is the same as the crowbar doors.
exactly.
Yeah. So it
Yeah.
slams if you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's what I wanted to do.
Right. You guys rest.
Oh, I'd also I'd like to make a Featherfall scroll.
Okay, yeah. If you want to spend the second day doing that, you would you could wake up with that spell prepared and then
Yeah, and then
transfer
another
to a
25
scroll.
GP, and
Yeah.
you know what? I'm gonna make one more first level. Alex, what first level spells do I have?
You'll have absorb elements,
Yep.
alarm, burning hands, charm person, chromatic
Yeah.
orb, color spray, comprehend languages, detect magic, featherfall, find familiar, identify, mage armor, shield, sleep.
I'm gonna make a charm person as well. So can you knock the spell components down to 25?
Yes.
Okay, and then
And actually, for scrolls, you do have to get. It's the same sort of
It's
material.
paper and ink, not.
and that's so that I have 300 of the paper and ink. So actually, sorry, I would have 75
Well,
of
didn't
this.
you already used that on like the spells
I've
you
50 of it.
Oh.
So I'm down to 75 of spell components, and then I'm down to 0 of the paper and ink.
No, I thought you bought 50 more for spell components.
I
and
bought-
spent 250
no,
on paper and ink.
I bought 250 to make the scrolls, and then I bought an extra 50 of ink and paper to make 2 scrolls. So it was 250 for 5 levels of spells.
Yeah.
To put into my book. That
Yeah.
leaves me with 250 to make 2 scrolls. 25 for each first level. So I make a Featherfall and a.
You just said you have 250 left.
I bought 300. I had a total of 400.
So we need to make sure Alex has this straight.
Okay, so Alex, I have 400 total. I have 300 of paper and ink, and I have 100 of spell components. I just spent 25 to cast Arcane Lock. That brings me down to 75.
I'm
Yeah.
more worried he wrote it down correctly in the first place when he was marking off gold and putting stuff into this. So
Sure.
did you mark off 300 for paper and ink?
Yes.
Right, and then you marked off the extra to fill up his spell components.
Which I already had that done.
We had 100 of spell components when we started
Yes. Okay.
before
Right.
spending any money. So
I just
So you made 2 more scrolls. That gets rid of your last 50. Yeah.
okay. So I have 0 of paper and ink now. You got that right?
Yeah.
And then I just knocked off 25 for Arcane Lock out of the spell components. I have
Yep.
75. You got that?
Mhm.
Okay, so we're good. We're kosher.
Yeah.
Can you write in my inventory that I keep on my person? Can you write scroll case?
yes.
And can you write Featherfall and Charm Person? And just put
Yes.
L1 beside them.
So that's
Well-
going to take you 2 days.
Sure.
Okay. So Barian works away in the room, spending most of the day working on that. After in the morning, casting Arcane Lock and letting you know that it was cast there, and you could go through it now. And then you spend the rest of the day toiling away on the scroll, putting your blood and eyesight to strain to create this scroll. You rest. You guys wake up the next day, and you spend this day as well toiling away to make another scroll.
I pick up my shield at some point.
Even Drail, you can go on the second day to pick up your shield. Would you like to be doing anything else during the 2 days while he's doing that?
I don't know. I don't have a heck of a lot to do, actually.
Okay. Unless you wanted to explore the knot while he was doing that.
No, not on my own. If I think of something to dump that time into, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Is that okay? I just sort of
Yeah.
like
I mean, you can only get so much done in 2 days, so
yeah.
just
I'm
wanna see if
thinking
you-
more if there's like a proficiency or a language or something that I decide I wanted to do.
I probably wouldn't let you retroactively spend
Okay.
wasted time.
Okay, in that case, I just won't do anything.
Okay, as you hang around and
Hang around.
kind of relax.
Here, I will try and see if Kana is pursuing the Thieves Guild stuff and try and keep tabs on how that's going.
Oh, yeah, and I would have popped in with him to take back the Thieves' Cant paper.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Or I would have told Dre to grab it from her. Kind of thing. So if you guys want to go through that with
Yeah, either way.
She gives it back to you. No,
Thank
fuss
you.
on that. Did she learn it? She's learned it as best she can in the time she had. She's certainly not she's not fluent in it, but she's just trying to learn enough to. It's like teaching somebody how to order a beer more than teaching somebody a language.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to see what day it is because that'll decide whether she's had time to do that or not. It's Friday, so she won't be able to start till the weekend.
Looking forward to the weekend. All right.
So you have a quick chat with her, and she's mostly been studying the piece of paper and trying to get herself set up so that she can sneak out during the weekend to do it.
All right.
When you come, she's playing sick. She's like in bed and like come in, and she just looks awful, like face red. And then when she sees it's you, she just like sits up and like throws it aside, comes give you a hug, and you can see the like stuff she's rubbed on her cheeks to make it red.
Impressive.
I'm gonna make them think that I'm in my room,
Well, you are in your room.
but I'm not gonna be this weekend.
Oh, okay. That was clever. Have you made a dummy?
I'm not a dummy.
No, like a dummy, like a person-sized doll, so that when they peek in, it'll look like someone's in bed.
I don't know how to make that.
I'll see if I can find something. Well,
Sometimes I wonder how this girl survived in the forest by herself.
not by leaving dolls in beds for the bears to go, "Yep, she's fine."
Probably
Goldilocks would disagree.
difference. I'm just picturing like Papa Bear walking into a room with straw in his mouth, like, "Damn, she fooled me." Right,
little Goldilocks girl.
so you do that, which brings us to the Friday, which would be the third day when you got your shield. You finished creating the scrolls.
All right, I now officially have the AC I've been playing as if I had.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Do you want to do the break-in?
Yeah, no time like the present.
Let's do it.
Speaking of which, what time would you like to do that? When is the present?
It is presently, probably middle of the night, or unless we think they'll be out during the day, and there isn't people around.
You guys haven't staked it out, so you don't know their schedule.
No. Would we rather have a chance for them not to be there, but have potential passers-by, or just risk like?
You know what? Can we spend like 3 days doing an extended stakeout and like just and check like the ins and outgoings of people, when people leave, who lives there, look at the windows, that type of stuff.
Yeah, certainly.
Okay, we're doing that.
All right. How would you guys like to go about that? So you'll need some sort of passable excuse for why you're out there so much. You'll probably need to do it in shifts if you guys want to keep a full watch on it, and then you'll need to decide which side of the house you're watching.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Okay, so I have what kind of tool proficiencies do I have?
Tools. You have alchemist supplies, disguise kit, and thieves tools.
This guy can thieves tools. Can I buy an engraving tool?
See if they have anything for that. Engraver's tools. Oh my god, they have a thing for that. Is this?
That's not an actual D&D tool set, so that's why I'm wondering. Like
Let's
between
Well,
my
it's probably like a jeweler's kit or something. Would have
Ooh,
something like that.
somebody made a kit with more thing, and they have engraver's tools. So an engraver's tools kit would be 2 gold.
Okay, now considering my work with being able to write scrolls, being able to draw, the performance, all that stuff, could I call myself proficient with that type of thing?
No.
Okay, how would one go about becoming proficient with that?
You would need to train in it, just like any other.
Okay, mechanically, how would that work?
So the rules for gaining a proficiency is 250 days and a gold per day.
Would any of that be decreased by my current knowledge that I have?
Engraving is quite different from drawing and stuff like that, so not really.
Okay, never mind. To that point, looks like we're breaking in.
All right. Yeah, we're not the best at blending in.
That said, if you need something engraved, you guys know a thieves guild with people with many proficiencies.
No, you're missing the point. It was going to be a ruse. So it's fine.
Okay.
So
which side of the house would you guys like to watch? What sort of shift would you like to do?
Like we're just all of it.
I think
as many we need to spend to case the joint.
Okay, how many days would you like to spend watching each side of the house, and what sort of shifts would you like to do?
Dre?
Because you can only really watch 2 sides at a time.
Well, we can watch the front and back. Then the sides to the
Well,
sides.
no, they'd have to be adjacent sides, right? Like you can pick a corner to watch 2 sides of the house to get what's going on those 2 sides for a full day, or however many days you stake that out. But you're kind of blind to the other 2 sides, except for people who walk around one of the corners you're watching. So you only got 2 people. I imagine you're not both watching at the same time.
I could also use Roscoe. So 3 sides.
But you can only be watching one of you or Roscoe at a time.
Yeah, so Roscoe, you could get some way to get him to let you know if people went in or out there, but he wouldn't be able to give you any details.
But then I can just snap and look. I can just sit there. He can be sitting over there, and I can just be like, every 6 seconds, I can flip between me and him.
Yes, but like I'm saying, you are going to have to shift people. So at some point, your brother's going to be on watch, and you're going to be fatigued. So that'll work for the part of the day while you're watching.
Okay.
So that's a valid plan for at least part of it. There's some limitations to it. Just what's your plan to case this out? How
we spend 4 days. That
right?
should be enough to get all the sides.
Okay, so you're spending 2 days per 2 sides, basically.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you guys shifting out to keep a good watch? The best watch would be like shifting every 2 hours, and then somebody on for an extra 4 hours. If you guys are watching at night as well, or are you just watching during the day?
Watching up through the night.
Okay.
We only need to sleep 4 hours a day.
So shifting every 2 hours, and then
like a 4 overnight.
4. Okay.
Sure.
So then I will have both of you roll me investigate check. Is that the best choice?
Yeah, investigate.
Hey.
Investigate is great. I feel like this would be a good investigation. Going to my app to roll the dice.
Well, seriously, it probably is the best.
What did you say?
Unless like perception or maybe survival, but those all feel farther from it.
They don't feel like very much investigating or staking out a house.
Yeah, you're inherently biased because you have expertise in investigation.
Investigation, I think, is the better choice. So, what did you guys get?
I got if the dice will. Okay, it's 14.
14,
And 27.
27, and then roll a second one, both of you, for the other side.
Let me know.
15.
Right on, dude.
Whoa. Whoa, let me
Six.
do a thing there, real. Oh, I can roll with advantage with roll 20 automatically.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, if you right click on the little thing, it brings up advantage, roll, or disadvantage.
Oh, if you click on the dice thing?
Yeah, if you right click on them, you get more
Really slow.
options. Nice.
So I rolled a 16. He rolled a
You can also
15.
roll a critical hit.
I've got an advantage button. Yeah.
Oh, you don't use D&B Beyond?
No, did you say critical? You said roll 20.
Yeah. Oh no. in D Beyond.
D&D Beyond.
Okay.
I should probably use D&D Beyond.
You could probably use roll 20 to do a similar thing, though.
They have an advantage button.
Yeah.
Right. So, you guys watch the front and left side, and then the back and right side. Neither of you at any point see anybody coming in or out the back door. The front door, however, gets used around 3 times a day, usually. Although some days the person just stays inside. Let me grab.
Did we get a description of what this guy looks like?
Yes, you've had a description of him. I just need to find it.
Okay. Sorry. I just wanted to clarify. When we get sent to do jobs on people, I'm assuming we get a description of them from the person that's giving us a job. So if they don't, make sure they tell us that they don't give us a description. Kind of thing.
Yeah, I can't always remember everything.
Okay, that's okay. We can
can't
always
remember
retroactivate
everything that they would think of, and also part of stuff like that is them not remembering everything they would think of. If it's something obvious, I say they did it, but
Sure.
if it's not so obvious, then I usually roll for it.
Okay.
But in this case, that would be pretty required. So yes, it's a human male. Looks to be in his late 20s, maybe early 30s, cropped auburn hair. Don't really get a good look at his eyes. He usually has a hat on and just kind of commoner's clothes, and tends to go out 2 or 3 times a day.
Is he wearing fancy boots?
He's got black boots on. They look like nice boots.
Okay. Do they look, do they look
like
elvish?
Detect magic.
Okay.
If possible.
Yeah, and I mean, you could do it in such a way that you have it up before they come out, so I won't make you roll a stealth check. Yes, you do detect magic off of them.
Okay.
And looking at them, you can see an aura of magic around his head.
Okay. Dre?
Yeah.
I think.
No, this would be during the day. I'd be awake.
Actually, sorry, give me a second. That might be incorrect. Sorry, the magic, they're completely covered in an aura of magic.
Ooh.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is that recognizable magic? Does that detect magic work that way?
Yeah, it'll tell you the school of magic.
Okay.
And it is illusion.
Oh.
How clear is it? Like, can you see a more dense concentration of magic, like around his head and feet? Or is it just like if there's any magic there, it's sort of like...
It's an aura around him.
Okay.
Is it an aura that I recognize? Like when Dre disguises himself?
Well, no, it's not like it has a specific look for the specific spell. You can look at it to glean the style of magic that it is.
So I can't
illusion.
once I know a spell, like when I see him cast disguise self, and I see that's a certain type of illusion magic. That's what that spell looks like, kind of thing.
Yeah,
I don't think it has its I don't think every spell has like a unique pattern or anything.
And it's also not meant to be a spell that lets you do things like that. It's meant to let you, but it's not meant to like invalidate illusion magic. Because otherwise, you could just familiarize yourself with every illusion spell, have that and automatically know what anybody's doing for any illusions ever, which
Okay.
is not at all the intention of the spell.
And the guy looks like he's he doesn't look like the guy that was described to us.
He does, yeah. That matches the description of Gavin.
Okay, so it's not like he's not disguising himself, but maybe something else illusory,
Okay.
right?
So I'm
Would the muffling of your sound from something like elvish boots be illusion? Would I even know that?
Like the boots would have a magical effect, and it happens where they step. So it's not like everything around. It's not like
Okay.
you've got no
Okay, so
spell.
this is separate from something that the boots
So-
would give them.
the whole body is
But-
covered by illusion magic.
For instance, if somebody was just wearing the boots, you'd probably have the layer of magic over the boots, right? Like you would be able to see the aura of magic around the boots, and then I would have to figure out what sort of school it would belong to, because magic
Okay.
items don't actually come with that listed on it. But you would see the boots with an aura of magic,
Okay.
and you would see the type.
And he's completely covered.
Yes.
Okay.
And is that all the detail we can make out? There's nothing more specific about, like, if he's wearing other magic things, we wouldn't be able to tell.
That's all you see. Not necessarily. Like if he had, like if somebody just had magic rings on and magic boots on, those would be distinct, right? Two separate parts of the body. But he is covered completely in an aura.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not localized to any part of his body, and you don't see any other different schools mixing in with the aura.
Okay.
And then other than that, the other thing you guys notice is all of the curtains stay drawn all of the time. You've not seen anybody like open a window to let in some air or anything like that. He goes in, door shuts, there's no activity. He goes out, door shuts, there's no activity. He goes in, door shuts.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, Dre, I think we try and break in while he's gone.
Yeah. Is there how much foot traffic is there in this area?
Through the clones, it's heaviest in the morning and in the evening as people go to and from work. But other than that, there's kind of a constant trickle of people moving through, going to work at different times, or going out for errands, or to get stuff for the household if they're like the stay-at-home mom or whatever, right? Or kids playing. Although they have a tendency to go to somebody's yard and play, but there's definitely kids like running along the street occasionally. So, and the guards like patrol, but there are definitely periods that last anywhere from a few seconds to 8 minutes where nobody will be in a particular area. Just
Okay.
no telling when they'll be for certain. But morning and evening, when people are going to and from work, are definitely not going to be them.
Okay. Yes, that makes sense to me. Wait till he leaves sometime in the afternoon and try and sneak in while no one's around.
Okay.
Okay. So I just need to update the time because you guys have been there for 4 days. And actually, this is a good place to take a break. It's 8:09, so we'll take a break and come back with you guys doing your break-in.
Awesome.
So go ahead and we'll be right back, folks, if Alex remembers to set us.
Hello.
Hello, folks.
Sorry, guys. There. DM
Yeah.
needed an extra 15 minutes.
If
Oh,
you're
yeah.
watching this on YouTube, that was an extra long
Yeah. That break,
instant
you know-
transmission of time.
Yeah. So, where we left off, the two of you had staked out the home of Gavin, a former member of the Hooded Jacks, the thieves group that you guys were part of, in the interest of stealing back some boots of elven kind that he had taken from the group when he and the other member left in a huff, as it were. You guys found out that he comes in and out of the house about 2 or 3 times a day, that he is cloaked in illusion magic each time he does so, and that the rest of the house doesn't move much. It stays kind of shuttered up quite literally. And you guys decided to wait until he left to break in. And you guys watch as he leaves and makes his way down the street the same way he goes every day and disappears around the corner. You can wait a few extra minutes than that and wait for a quiet moment when the last patch of guards has gone by a while ago and you have a few minutes before the next group does. There doesn't seem to be any children playing around, and now, if ever, would be a good time to
And
start.
how long do we have on these breaks that we've watched that he leaves roughly?
Anywhere, usually around 2 hours.
Okay, so we'll
Is the
plan for
most
an
common.
hour, kind of thing.
All right.
In and out quick.
So,
Yeah.
I will pull tokens for you guys, starting on the outside here. We'll just put you on the edge there.
Right.
I'm gonna post Roscoe.
Mhm.
So like how he goes down the street, like I watch him till he basically goes like out of distance kind of thing.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go post Roscoe way down there and be like, as soon as you see him coming back, I want you to fly back
Okay.
and meet me.
Got it.
So that'll give us about 3 minutes before he's back to the house.
Yes, and you guys know his route, so you set your bird there and give it instructions as it's perched. A little bit odd having an owl out in the day, but unlikely to be a problem.
Just like up near a chimney, just
Yeah.
chilling out, preening.
It's not likely to be an issue, especially in a city so close to the forest. So,
A bird watcher comes. It's like, oh, call all my friends.
that bird doesn't belong around here.
Gods, gods.
That shouldn't be anywhere this far from Ethelindia.
That's a pygmy great gray brown skin tuft.
Come back.
Damn, I thought my familiar was obscure. It was too
There's like
obscure.
20 people writing notes about your owl 16 yards. Like, how did you get here? Yelling up at it. It must be a summon.
There's only 20 of those eagles left in the world.
So, you guys have 3 doors to choose from on the main floor, 2 in the back, 1 in the front, and many a window on the first and second floor. How would you guys like to try to get in?
Back
you're gonna
door.
fight this if you're doing second story work, though.
Dre, you know what he looks like. Just go in looking like him.
Sure. That makes sense.
And then I'll go invisible and follow you.
Okay. Just gonna
Right.
disguise self.
You duck into a back alley as your form shifts and shimmers till you look like a man just getting into your middle ages with the short auburn hair and the kind of common clothing around you.
And then I go invisible.
All right, as you vanish from sight.
And I'm going to go up to the front door before him.
Okay, you walk up to the front door invisibly in front of your
And
brother.
I'm gonna before we do this, I'm gonna preemptively use detect magic.
Okay.
Oh no, never mind. I already did that. Never mind.
Go ahead and mark off the spell slots, both of you, and then Barry and make me a stealth check.
Okay. I'm actually not doing. I'm just doing invisibility.
Okay.
All right. I have a +9, right?
To stealth, yes.
Level 6.
Wait.
Right. Well, that was a 2 and an 8, so that's a 17.
Okay.
Okay.
You walk quietly up the cobbled path. Opening the gate's a bit obvious, but you can probably leap over it because it's only like a half wall.
Yeah,
so
I would have left it.
easy enough for you to get in.
And then I'm going to inspect the door once.
Go ahead and make an investigate check.
All right, that is a 28.
28.
18 plus 10. So I'm looking for traps
Yep.
and just inspecting the door in general, locks and all that kind of stuff.
You look over the door. It seems to be a well-made, sturdy wooden door. You can see the lock body. It looks to be a kind of medium quality lock to it. And as you're expecting it, you can see there is a spot for a powdered substance to go in. That when the door is opened, without the correct button being pressed, like being held as the door is open, that it would spring out. Like you can see the spot for the button, you can kind of make out the edge of the workings and guess, but it's empty when you look at it. There's a bit of cobweb clinging to the door and the thing around it, but other than that, there's no other traps you can see, and it does not appear to be locked.
Cobweb clinging to the door.
Yes.
I'm going to leave the front.
Okay.
And I'm going to go around to where I saw Barry.
We've seen him go out this door, though, right?
This is the only door he uses.
I think I know why it's an illusion.
Oh.
He doesn't actually leave that door. That door has cobwebs on it, and it's not even locked.
Huh.
I don't think we go through the front.
Strange. Most peculiar. Alright.
I say we come back and do this at night. I don't think he's actually left. And he possibly could be watching us.
Hmm. Well, in that case, I'm gonna turn around and walk back like, oh, right. No, I did have everything I needed.
Alleyway before he came out, kind of thing.
Okay, yeah, you catch him as he's walking up to the gate
hey,
and
no.
whisper this as he just hears from the ether and makes a sharp turn back towards the alley he came from.
Just come back in the evening.
As you walk back into the alley and the form melts away, as even Trail is there once again. I imagine you dispel your invisibility.
Yeah, and then on the other couple times that he leaves the house that day, I want to follow him to where he goes.
So you guys hold back and keep watching the house. Sure enough, he comes back and goes in.
I'm watching the doorway to see if I detect magic on the door.
Okay, you're gonna have to be leaning against his front gate to do that. So,
Never mind then.
that's a little close. Okay, right. So you watch him come back. Sure enough, later in the evening, when the streets are kind of busier, people on their way back, he heads out. You see the door open and him walk out and start striding down. Go ahead and roll me stealth if you're going to fall in behind him.
All right. That is a 26. 17 plus 9.
All right. Uh, So, you start following him down the street as he makes his way steadily towards the gate to the inner run. You're shadowing him from a good enough distance. You don't see him ever look back or even really check over his shoulder to see if he's being followed. He moves in through the gate towards the inner run. I need you to make another stealth check, as this would be a spot where you could get caught.
That is a 20. 11 plus 9.
You lose him briefly in the press of bodies at the gate, but as you push through the other side and look each way, you catch the back of his hair underneath his cap and start following after him. And then you follow him until you see him enter a building you're quite familiar with as he steps into the local verve.
I'm going to head in there.
Okay. You head in and you can see him making a beeline towards the back. Make another stealth check as he's heading towards the booth you know leads to the Thieves Guild above.
That is a 21.
21. Okay, so you see him go into the booth. You wait a little while and kind of walk slowly towards it before entering as well. And you can see nobody's in the booth. He's clearly used the mechanism to pull back the false table as you open it up and head up. And a little while later, you'd find yourself in the Thieves Guild, just in time to catch him going through the doorway. Behind it, you can see the area of the Thieves Guild with the information broker and the shop and the small market.
Okay.
So the door shuts behind him.
Okay.
Are you going to follow him there?
And you said there's a small market and stuff?
Yeah, it's the room of the Thieves Guild that has
Okay.
the people trying to fence like tiny things that they don't have a better fence for and stuff like that, and also the room with the area where you've gone to see Clements and the guild goods shop and the information broker, like that room.
Okay. I'm going to go to the painted lady.
Okay. Walk over to the painted lady.
And just ask. I'm going to be like, did you see that person come through?
Many people have come through.
I
Which
described the exact one.
Yes, I
Is he
have
a
seen
member
him.
of the guild?
Yes.
Could you tell if he was an illusion or not?
I am not sure. I would hope not.
Okay. And he's a member of the guild currently?
Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you. And I'm just going to kind of sit there and wait for him to come out.
Okay.
Off in the corner, look like I'm like reading in my book or something.
Yeah, you sit there just reading. About 5 minutes later, he comes back through the door with a tray of food and sits down at one of the tables and starts eating and just seems to be watching like around him, taking in people. He takes a leisurely time eating his food. Takes a good like half hour and gets a couple of drinks in between it. You see him talk to a couple of people who go by him, just kind of like will like call out to somebody and ask them a few questions, and then they'll keep going. And then after about 30 minutes, he picks himself up, leaves his tray behind, and starts heading out of the guild.
Okay. So clearly not. And I'm going to just go to the guild and meet back with Dre.
All right. You head back to, I imagine Dre would be at the knot at this point, right?
Probably. Well,
Oh,
or I'd be staking out the house still.
okay. So you head back, just giving him enough time that you don't have to worry about shadowing him before finding your brother in disguise, watching over the two sides of the house.
You find anything while I was gone?
Did I find anything while he was gone?
Nope.
Nope.
Well, it is him apparently that leaves. He's legit,
Okay.
it seems. So
Okay,
I say,
not an illusion.
yeah, because he actually talked with people and everything. So I don't know. I say we hit it, but we hit it by the back door when he leaves.
Okay.
So we'll do the same time tomorrow.
All right.
All
We'll
right.
just see what happens.
So you guys loiter around for another day.
Gain back our spell slots.
The next day, it's him leaving once again in the afternoon. And the path clears. You're not sure for how long, but now's as good a time as any.
Okay. Dual invisibility. Pop, pop. Let's go.
Right, as you both
Back door.
heading towards his back door, I need stealth checks from the both of you.
Stealth
Please.
checks, baby.
That is a 17. Nailing it.
Oh, I rolled a 7 and a 5, so that is a 16.
I rolled an 8 and a 5. We're doing great.
All right, you guys both go to leap over the kind of stone half fence there, landing on the other side. Barry, and as you go, you clip one of the plants there and kind of snag it as you carry it with you. And you look back, and you can see it's like pulled, caught, part of it going invisible underneath your clothes. And you notice guards rounding the alleyway at the same time. One of them looking over in confusion at the sound of you hitting the plant there, as they seem to be alerted to the noise over here. What are you guys doing?
I'm going to wrench with my hands. I'm going to kind of like knock the plant off, and I'm going to snap Roscoe into the bushes like he was in there, and just get him to fly out.
Okay, as Roscoe appears there, whoo, as he flies up.
That owl again!
Owls are one of the only birds that fly quietly. But the guards look, they startle for a moment. You see as they look over and watch the owl go up, and one of them turns, and you can faintly hear over the distance, "Must have startled it."
Okay, all right. I'm just gonna like slowly go around the side of the building.
You guys press yourself up against the building invisibly as the guards
Hand on
pass by.
Dre's shoulder.
Right. The guards eventually pass. Where would you guys like to go? There are two back doors.
Yeah, let's go look at the back doors. We're keeping track of the time.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Would you like to go to the back door on the east or the west?
Do they look any different?
Not really.
Well, can I inspect the one on the east first, or the one that's closest to us first?
You guys are closer to the one on the west.
Sure, I'll inspect that one.
So you can go over and take a look at that one. Go ahead and make an investigate check.
Okay, let me grab this. Right. Wow, that's a 14. Roll the 4, chat. Roll the 4. Mondo King, give me some luck.
Does he even still come on?
I haven't seen him in a couple weeks now.
Oh, that's a
Man.
sadness.
Yeah. Well,
Come on.
forever in our hearts.
Yes, forever.
Can we maybe send him like a Twitch chat thing? Be like, Mondo, come back.
the neediest content creators ever. It's like, hey, you showed up and said something once. Please come back.
It's like that TikTok. It's like that TikTok where it's like, oh, I'm back. I caught feelings. You were nice to me. This is what you get now.
Jesus.
14. 14. Looking over it, wooden door, much the same as the front one. This one appears to be locked.
Okay.
You do not notice any traps on it.
No cobwebs.
Looking carefully over it, there are some cobwebs on it.
Okay, I'm going to go over to the other door.
All right.
Look at it.
Go ahead and roll.
Oh, like 28.
28. Much the same as the others. No cobweb on this one, and not locked. And you also notice there's no sort of mechanism here to turn off any trap. You don't find any trap on it.
Fuck. Is there any windows?
Yes.
On
yeah.
the back?
Not on the back wall. There's 3 down the right side, 2 down the left side, and there's a bay window and 4 more windows on the front.
Well, when in doubt.
The second story on the back has 2 windows.
Okay. Dre, I don't trust these doors.
Window?
Upper story window? Absolutely.
Ugh.
I'm going to push them up.
Right? Lift Dre up. Actually, he can get onto this building here.
We can't see.
Yeah, you can get onto this here.
Oh, there's like a roof.
Yeah, it's only 1 story, and then there's a roof hanging above it as well. But yeah, that thing's
Okay.
only 1.
Okay. And then can we from there? Can we get to like this window
Say again.
on the second story?
Yeah, you can get to that window from there.
Beauty. All right.
It's kind of on the far edge. So your brother pushes you up there. That's easy enough to climb. Go ahead and make me a stealth check. And the window is locked, so also make me a thieves tool check.
Okay. Got a 28 on my stealth. Oh wait, I get advantage.
I'll make my stealth.
I got
check 'cause I'm
2 28s on my stealth check. And for what it's worth, I'm gonna try and inspect the window for traps.
26. If you want, I can take a look. It's up to you.
Oh, are you up here too?
I went up with you. I got a
All right.
26.
All right, then I'd wait for him to give me the all clear.
All right.
All right. That's how I got 12 on the old investigation. I rolled a 2.
I would have gotten a 13.
12. Well, it's locked, and the
Looks good, Dre.
blinds are shuttered.
All right, I'm gonna lean down, grab my thieves' tools from my right boot where they are concealed, because I know that now. And try to pick this lock.
All right. As you slip them out of your boot, Barian, I need you to make a perception check.
Oh, yeah. Percept. That thing I did. Is it +3 or +4?
+4.
And
Okay. There we go. 18, 22.
22. And Evandrel, what did you get on your thieves' tools?
I got a 22.
22. Okay. As you pick that open, your brother keeping watch there as the lock clicks.
I don't hear anything from inside with that
No.
22.
Nope, you don't hear anything inside.
Okay. Open it up.
As you go to pull it, it does not budge. And you look over and you can see hidden on the side, flat against the wall, is a thin wooden piece that keeps it stuck closed.
Just use your hand.
I'll stop being invisible if I use my hand.
Can we see anything in the room?
Nope, the curtains are shuttered.
Okay, I'm just gonna snap Roscoe in on the floor by the curtain.
Okay.
Can I get an owl to perform a
Yeah.
manual task?
Like on the windowsill?
The windowsill is covered over. There's not really enough room for him to appear there. But if he appears on the other side of it, he'll be in the room and he will see a small bedroom.
Okay. Anything in it?
There's a bed, there's a bedside table, and a wardrobe, and then a door at the south side of the room. And
Okay.
then just a single window there.
And I'm just gonna get Roscoe to kind of like.
Oh, that's the wrong room.
It's not a
Damn it.
bedroom. The room morphs and shifts before our eyes.
It doesn't. They're identical.
To an exact copy of the previous room.
Yeah. So, no big deal. And since you guys are on the second story, I'll move you both over there. So yeah, he would
Alright.
see that with the curtains drawn over it there. And Barian, you're looking through that. Dre, I need a perception check from you as well, please.
Alright. That is a 16.
16.
Do you want me
Okay.
to roll again, or I roll
No,
the?
you're looking through the
Okay.
bird's eyes.
So once Roscoe's not there, we have tools that are meant for this.
Yeah,
For
is there
moving
anything in my, like, these tools that...
This is a pretty foolproof way of locking a window. You put a piece of wood behind it that nobody can get at. It's a thing people do.
Alright.
You pick that.
Roscoe,
I would like
up.
to pick the wood.
So before that, even Drael, as you're now no longer focused on your task, you look over and you can see creeping down the alley is one of the guards you saw go by before, who's got a sharp eye on the back here, who looks like he's making a pass back, more furtively this time.
Okay, I'm gonna elbow Marion and be like, shh.
I'm gonna snap Roscoe back and just look over.
Look over and you
Wherever
can
you
see a
point.
guard just kind of slowly, eyes on the backyard there, creeping towards the backyard, and you guys watch as he gets over to the stone half wall and like pops up and looks in the backyard, glance around. Both of you make me a stealth check.
Just being quiet, not making any noise.
Yep.
God, for advantage, that's a 28.
Yeah, it'd be pretty hard for him to notice you right now.
Huh.
We are invisible on a roof, not disturbing anything.
And a 7.
Yeah. So he watches for a while, and you see him kind of nod to himself and turn and jog back down the alleyway the way he came. Seems they were a little more suspicious when they let on, when they went by. Yeah, you can hear the mail jingling, the purple half cloak behind him.
Dre, hand it in.
Alright. I'll have to get in quickly, because it looks like they're on us.
We haven't. If I can recast invisibility if needed, but I'm still invisible.
Okay, I cast Mage Hand on the other side of the window, and boop!
All right, you grab that, and the mage hand
Fix it up.
pulls the bar out from where it's wedged, and the window is now free. You pick it up, and as it lifts, you hear a as powder launches towards both of you guys. And
I checked the.
you got a 12.
Oh, never mind.
Please make me a Constitution save, both of you.
Yep. Forgot about that.
Yup.
Well, there we go. 19 plus whatever my con is. 21.
19 total.
19 total. I just need to go to my poisons table.
No, don't worry about your poisons table.
All right, 19 total. That is a success for both of you, which means you come to no harm. As you guys just... And you both carefully kind of wipe your face off as you wipe your brother's off, as you can see his.
And it shot outside.
Yes, it shot out towards you guys.
Okay. So I'm going to use a cloth and wipe off any residue on me or the window or anything around.
Okay.
I'm going to shove the cloth into my pocket.
Okay.
And then I'm going to step into the window, making sure that all residues cleaned off boots, everything.
Right. I need one last stealth check from both of you as you get in the window here. Well, not one last, but one last for the outside.
And then we're good.
Yeah, forever. Nobody can catch you ever again.
21.
17.
17. Okay, you both slip in. You
Shut
close
the
the
window.
window. Yeah, okay, close it behind you and close the curtains behind you as well. And find yourself in what looks like a small room.
I'm going to take the...
It's not that small.
Is it concentration to keep your hand up?
Let me check. It only lasts a minute. regardless, but it
Maybe
is
it's
not
It
concentration.
is not. No.
Okay, so I'm gonna take the bar and I'm gonna put the bar into my just like somewhere on my body, so we have it.
Okay, you slide the piece of wood onto your belt.
Okay. Listen at the door.
All right.
This room just looks like a room.
Yeah, it looks like a small bedroom.
Okay.
Again, I'd say small, but it's not.
I'm gonna case the joint quick. Case the bedroom.
Okay.
Here.
That's a 20.
20. Okay, so you check around. It's empty. Just a well-made bed, and then an empty bedside table with a candle set in it with some matches, and
Aha, a candle.
an empty dresser.
Okay.
The
Is the door locked?
mystery deepens.
The door is locked. However, you can unlock it from this side.
Okay. Perception and then just like look out the crack.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception.
15.
15. You don't hear anything from the other side.
Okay.
Do you want to look over the door as well?
Yes.
Okay, make me another investigate.
That's going to be a 19.
19. As you look over the door, you can see the latch that you can turn to unlock the door.
Mhm.
Has a kind of purplish look to what should otherwise be just like an iron.
I'm gonna tell Dre. I'm like, do we have like take a tool, like a pair of like calipers or forceps or something from our thing to turn the handle with?
I'm gonna turn the handle with my mage hand.
I think there's a contact poison.
Okay, your mage hand goes up and you see it press and turn as it clicks open, and as the hand goes off, you can see the little floating bits of powder on the otherwise mostly invisible hand. I think it's completely invisible, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So there's now just two floating fingerprints of purplish powder.
And does it look like the powder was taken off the hand?
Yes, there's two fingerprints, like a sideways thumbprint and a fingerprint on the handle.
Okay, can I use like a brush or something to brush and cover the powder back the way it was?
Yeah, you could try to spread it out over it. Make a survival check.
What's my survival?
That is a good question. It is a +1.
Okay, so that is a 14.
14. Okay, you brush it over so it's an even coating on it once again.
Okay. All right, and then I'm going to go in the hallway and keep looking. I'm like, don't totally shut this door.
Right. As you step into the hallway, you would see it goes from left to right for fair ways, just a darkened hallway, no window, no natural light feeding into it. Off to your right at the end of the hall, there's another door. Straight across the hallway from you, there's another door as well, and then as it goes left, turns to the left, and you can see it's just covered in dust. Like the whole floor is a layer of dust. There's some cobwebs in the corner.
So like there's really like nobody comes up here.
Looks disused.
I don't think anybody comes up here.
The mystery deepens.
I am going to drop the invisibility.
Okay.
I'm going to like the whole hallway that we're looking into is like cobwebs, like disused.
There's just a few cobwebs up in one corner and a layer of dust that looks like it's been collecting for at least a few weeks.
Okay, it doesn't look like anybody's been up here in this top room anywhere.
The one you're in is much dustier than the hallway is. It's got its own fine layer. Like you guys have footprints on the bed to the door. Like this room hasn't seen use in quite a while.
Okay. Dre, I'm going to cast to drop invisibility on both of us. I'm going to cast spider climb on you.
All right.
Walk on the wall and see if you can get down to the main floor.
Why?
So that we don't make depressions in the dust on the floor.
Isn't there also dust on the walls and ceiling?
Not so much on the ceiling.
Dust doesn't
That's a good point.
There are wooden walls. There's definitely some dust on the walls, but much less than the floor.
All right.
Okay, but the ceiling, you could walk on the ceiling.
Yeah, the ceiling doesn't have like a layer of dust clinging to it. But unless you clean the place, you're definitely going to leave some tracks.
All right.
I don't know. Like I think.
How much do we care if he knows that we were here,
we
or
just
he
gonna
knows that someone was here?
Are we just gonna ambush him when he gets back? Is that what we want to do? We could do that.
Well, are we sure the boots are on him, or if they're around here somewhere?
I don't know.
Because if they're on him, he's gonna know someone messed with him anyways.
Okay, well then let's look. If they're not here, let's just case the joint. If they're not here, then we'll just go and we'll ambush him when he comes back.
Okay.
Okay, so then we're not really worried about the feet.
I guess
Okay.
not.
So where are you guys going next?
Probably through this door.
So yeah,
I think we should do the main floor first. It doesn't look like anybody's been up here. If Isaac's just like the hallway looks like it's covered in dust, like
Mhm.
people don't walk.
Is
Unless
it
you-
worth? Is it worth going outside and risking getting seen just to take a
Wha-
shortcut downstairs?
Why would we be going? We're not. We're not worried. Okay, sorry, I'm confused. We're not worried about the dust.
Yeah, I know, but wouldn't it? It's safer because no one from outside will see us if we just stay in the house and work our way down from up here.
Yeah, that's what we were gonna do. I was just gonna get you. Okay, never mind.
Okay, I thought you
I'm
meant
not-
like go back out the window and go in
No,
a
I
main
meant to
floor.
go down the stairs.
Okay,
But,
okay,
sure, let's just case these bedrooms up here and go downstairs quick. We have almost 2 hours, so we're good.
okay. Here,
I'm
you
gonna
take a
go-
look at that door, and I will
Mhm.
check out this other bedroom.
2 doors. You guys are in one, and then there's one off to the left on the same wall, and one directly across the hallway from you.
Okay.
Oh
and
yeah,
those
I
are
guess
almost-
I don't know what room that is. Never
The
mind.
hallway goes off to the right and then turns left, but nobody's walked over there to see what's that way.
Okay, let's check these doors quick.
So which door? The one on the same wall or the one directly across the hallway?
Directly across the hallway.
Okay.
Got 27 for investigation.
All right. You check over the door. You can see there is a quite a nice lock on this one. Quite fine workmanship. You can see the spot for a trap. Like there's a button you can hold as you open it to keep the trap from going off. It's another poison one. This one a little better hidden than the other ones you saw. And despite the nice lock on it, the door is unlocked.
What do you see?
I explain what I heard, what I found.
What I heard from the voice of God.
Ah,
Isn't that how you look at things? God describes it to you in your head.
I mean,
Um,
basically, like,
So I'm like, this lock is great, but the lock isn't locked, right? It doesn't look like it's locked at all.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna
it's a
snap it off
master lock.
in there, just right on the just inside the door on the floor.
Okay. As he appears just inside the door, he would be able to see the. Oh, is that what is happening? Reveal. He would be able to see the master bedroom. The bed is a mess. Like the sheets just thrown off the side, the pillows kind of all over. There's a similar dust to the hallway out here, a couple of cobwebs in different corners, a rug in the center. There's 3 different dressers spread across the room, a rather nice chest at the foot of the bed, bedside table on either side of it. And then in front of the big bay window on the bump out of the room, there is just a wooden armchair with a figure sitting in it who seems to be napping in the chair, and all the window blinds are drawn closed.
Is it the figure, or does it match our description of the guy?
It looks like Gavin, yeah.
He's sleeping.
Okay. I'm now whispering, but for the sake of the stream, I will talk like this.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, I say that we. I say you bamf it. Can you how many times can you bamf?
I can bamf once.
I think it gives you the spell slot, and you can
I don't
bamf.
have a spell slot though. Once I have spell slots, I can use that spell on top of being able to cast it once for free.
Oh, you
But
don't get any free level spell slots yet?
nope, I am a poor half of a spell rogue.
Yeah.
You don't
Okay.
even get paladin level. You get half of paladin level spell
Yeah.
slots basically.
Does Roscoe see anything on the door on the back?
On the other side of it, nope. Just same thing. I mean, there's a latch for the lock, and also another bolt that can be put over it to like manually lock it, but none of them are engaged.
Okay. I say we go in there, hit him with a hold person or a sleep. And
Does he look any different than he has when we've seen him leave and come back?
Make a perception check with Roscoe. Actually, it would be pretty easy if your brother's asking.
Yeah.
The only difference is he's not wearing a hat.
Okay.
oh. Okay.
But other than that, he looks the same.
Yep.
Okay, let's try and open this door. And I'm gonna get you to do it, and I'm going to pull like a balaclava down.
Okay.
I'll
Cover
tell
your
Dre to
face.
pull it too. I'm gonna
Okay.
snap Roscoe away,
Okay.
and I'm getting ready with spell.
All right. Both of you make stealth checks.
Okay, and I'm gonna hold down the button as I open the door.
27
7
or
from you.
26.
26 as you press the button and open the door.
29 with a natural 20.
All right. As you quietly push open the door, and you go quite slow. It creaks quite a bit.
Well,
almost like
then I
somebody-
would take out our little
hinges are on the
oil.
other side, so you won't be able to oil the hinges. Somebody has intentionally made this door creaky, so he just slowly takes like almost a full minute for you to get the door open enough for you to slip through. As you guys head in and you enter, you can both see him on the chair there.
Is he still sleeping?
Seems to be.
Okay.
What is he still wearing those boots?
Scott looks the same as the other guy. He's got a pair of nice black boots on, commoner's clothes.
I'm gonna.
It's the other guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab Dre's hand, point it to the chest, and then I'm gonna point my hand at him, and basically stay ready to cast a spell.
Okay.
But off to the side, like out
Yeah.
of his line of view.
Yep, you're good at the doorway to do that.
Okay.
Dre, are you sneaking over the chest?
Yep.
Watch the floor. I like tap you and like point your hand at the floor and like make like an explosion, like for traps. I feel like we'd be developing like a type of like hand language this time. I'd be like,
So, given how much time we spend invisible in a room
Yeah,
together where
or
we
just, like,
can't make noise.
Yeah.
So,
So-
I like point his hand down and I point at the floor and I form his hand into the sign of the trap.
Yep, that was good.
All
You
right,
can
all
feel
right.
somebody playing with your fingers as you're like, let him do it.
Stop! Stop it!
so- Dre, make me an investigate check.
All right.
Start.
That is a 9.
9. You don't see any traps, just dust. And then make me a stealth check as you watch across it. This is at disadvantage as the floorboards creak and groan something awful.
You
With
do-
it, and then does invisibility give me advantage for this or not?
Nope, sound, and you're visible because he hasn't put invisibility back.
All
on
right, all right.
Either way.
It's 2 16s, so 25.
All right. It's more slowness than skill that gets you across.
Wow, thanks.
You make your way over to the chest, trying to creak as little as possible, and you find yourself in front of the nice metal rim chest with the sturdy wooden body. A fine lock sitting on it that is well locked.
Okay. Mage Hand's gonna pull my thieves tools from my boot as I sort of like look at Gavin warily, and I'll keep an eye on him and on the lock as I try and pick it.
All right, go ahead and make the thieves' tools check.
Say 23.
23. It fails to pick the lock.
Ooh.
Like it opens, the lock clicks. Sorry, it succeeds on that, but the chest does not open.
So like the lock itself is unlocked.
Yes.
Can I come and inspect the chest?
Make me a stealth check with disadvantage.
Okay, I rolled a 14 and a 17, so that is going to be a
Unstoppable.
3.
You are slowly make your way over to the chest as well beside your brother. This one.
I'm going to investigate it.
Make me an investigate check.
Oh, baby. Dirty 20. No, sorry, nat 20. Not dirty 20.
That's
I wouldn't
a-
care.
that's
Dirty
a-
20 means I rolled a 10. Like,
Checking it over, it seems to be unlocked. Looking at it, it's definitely trapped. You can see there's some spring mechanism worked in the back of it to go off when the lid is lifted, unless something is, unless it's like open and something's put in while it's part way and catched it, and then you open it a little more, and it's like a multi-stage trap.
okay.
But then as you try to budge the lid, it does not open at all.
Really?
Hmm.
Okay, insert a thief tool around the edge and feel around the edge and probe the spring and everything and feeling around.
Yeah, you can slip around the edge until you get to the hinges. There's nothing in it you can feel that's holding it shut.
Is it an arcane lock?
I don't know. I'll try and pick it, I guess.
It's unlocked.
Okay, I'm gonna cast a spell magic on it then.
Okay. What level are you casting the spell magic?
Level 3. I'm also going to disengage and disable the spring trap.
Okay. As you cast over it, you can feel now it's got some give to it.
So I would have to make a check against it if it's higher than level 3.
Nope, you're all right.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me. It's 3 thieves tools check to fully open it without springing the trap.
Okay, and do me and him have to work simultaneously, or?
Nope, just one person needs to be doing it.
Okay, I tell Dre about all of the things that I hit. I look here; it's a multi-stage thing.
Mm-hmm.
I explain to him. I don't know if that helps him out at all. And I show him where I put my tools and what I found.
Okay.
And then I'm going to watch the the man sitting in the chair.
Okay, you turn to watch Gavin. You're now behind his chair, so you can just see him head kind of slumped against his chest there. Right. Dre.
I got a
First-
23.
All right. You open it a little bit and reach in, and you find the catch of the first spring and pull on it and feel it seat in place. And as you're holding pressure there, you open it a little more, and you now have to work a second tool into your hand and use your leftover fingers to catch a second piece of the spring at this point. So make me another check.
Okay.
I'm ready there to hold something if he needs it.
That is another 23.
Okay.
Although he doesn't because he
You
has 3
push
hands.
it open a little more the other side, and then reach both your arms in underneath and grab the last piece with your other hand. Make me one more check.
I'd probably also be using my mage hand to make this a little easier on me.
Yeah, your mage hand could help lift and close the lid, which means you wouldn't have to try to lift it with your shoulders.
Yeah.
They don't call him a 3-handed dude for nothing.
All right. That is a 19.
19. With the help of your mage hand, that is exactly what you needed. As you
Ooh.
grab something, and you can feel it slipping out of your hand.
Ooh.
As the mage hand opens it, you get it to the top and quickly shove a tool behind it. As you now got that piece caught, and you can take your other tools off it. And you now have the spring held out from engaging.
Mondo, that's for you.
Yeah.
So, you have the chest open. You see a backpack on the one side of it, along with folded over 2 big-looking leather strips that are folded with a hinge set in the bottom of it. A bag on the one side and a crossbow on the other. Oh, We just lost Alex's video.
Oh, I lost your video, so I was.
Weird.
Weird. No boots though.
None in there that you can see. Nope.
No, we still don't have you. That's fine.
Okay, and what's in the bag?
If you want to pull it up and take a look at it, you can.
Sure.
Okay, you pull up the bag, and as you open it, you would see basically like a bug out bag. There's a couple of vials of something kind of blackish, black liquid in them. There's a what looks like a coin pouch, although you don't hear any jingle from it. There's some rope, a disguise kit, and a set of clothes,
Okay.
tinderbox.
So Garen, like just to get the rules straight, he told us that we're supposed to take the boots. We're not allowed to take other stuff. Like, or what is the
Yeah,
rule
you're
on it?
not allowed to steal from a fellow guild member.
Well, we're stealing from a fellow guild.
No, you're taking back boots that belong to the Hooded Jacks.
Okay, I'm like, relock it. That's not our stuff. The boots are clearly not in there.
They are not. No, like there's a set of boots in there, but there's nothing special about them.
Okay.
I did so much work for this. Ugh.
Okay. While he's doing that, I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay, just make me one more check to close it and re-engage the trap. Unless you
Oh.
just want to leave your piece in there and close it.
I'll try and get it out.
Okay.
What's the worst that can happen? That's 22.
Yeah, so you close it, get it low enough that you can pull your thing out, shut it the rest of the way. If you want to relock it, you can make another Thieves' Tools.
Sure. What's the worst that can happen?
What are you doing, Varian?
I'm going to sneak back to the other room,
That's a 17 to relock it.
and I'm
17,
going
that
to
is not enough.
cast Detect.
All right.
Okay, make me another stealth check with disadvantage as you move across the
Okay.
floor. So you start fiddling with the lock, but you realize this is going to take more time than it's probably worth.
21.
All right. I'll just leave it.
Okay, you get back to the hallway, and you're casting Detect Magic in the hallway.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Or
cast
in the other little room we were in. I'm just gonna like open
Okay.
it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Step in,
step
cast
in
it,
there, cast it.
then come back into the room.
Okay, you step back into the room.
And I'm looking around for auras.
Okay, he is outside of your detection range, but you can move in a
30
little
feet.
further. Yeah, from the door. That's
It's a big room.
Yeah, it's a big mass bedroom. But make me another stealth check to case the room with disadvantage.
Okay. I got a 15 and a 19. So 15, that's going to be
All
24.
by myself.
Or looking around the room, there is only one thing that is magical, and it is coming from his boots that are on him.
Are you fucking kidding me? I look at Dre and like, okay, Dre, you're gonna have to take those boots off him.
I rub my hands together as my
And
mage hand
I'm-
approaches his feet.
I'm getting ready with hold person.
Okay, you're getting ready with hold person as your mage hand.
Actually, I'm gonna
goes
go
over.
behind him with like a burlap bag, and I'm just like ready with hold person and to pull a bag over his head.
Okay. You won't be able to do them all the same.
No, I'll do hold
action,
person
but-
first.
Yeah.
And I tell Dre, I'm like, get off to the side where he can't like immediately see when he wakes up.
Yeah, you guys are behind him. So Dre, can your hand pickpocket things?
Yes.
Okay. Make me a thieves tool check with your hands.
It actually
A
be a
thieves
sleight of
tool or a sleight of hand?
hand.
Sorry, sleight of hand. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to correct you.
It's a 2 and a 4. Or
Oh,
no,
God.
I don't know why I rolled twice. But anyway, the first one was a 2. So
Total
11.
11. It grabs the boot and pulls it off, and it kind of gets caught, and it jerks a little, and you see his foot go up and fall down as it slips out the back of it, and you hear the thud as the socked heel hits the wooden floor.
I'm just like,
He does not move at all.
holding, and I look at Dre because we're not invisible, and I'm like, raise my eyebrows and you motherfucker. Like,
I shrug.
okay, get the other one.
I gotta get the other one now with a
The
lot
boot
more
next to it.
success.
I put it in the bag of holding.
Sure, yeah. So he brings it over to you.
Okay, that is a 27.
27. Slower this time and carefully shimmy it off, aware at the end that it can kind of catch there. The hand goes over and like peels back and pulls it off. The boot does not, like the foot does not move at all, and he does not stir. Like he hasn't stirred even a little bit in all of this. As you pull the boot off and bring it over to Barry.
I look at him real closely. Is he breathing?
You're behind him, so you'd have to creep over beside him. So if you want to make another stealth check, you can get up beside him.
Let's maybe. I'm gonna cast invisibility on both of us, and just be like, let's get out of here.
Okay. So gonna check him out. I got a 21.
21 to get up beside him. You move up next to him and start looking him over. You see him leaned there, eyes open, a look of horror on his face, and a slit across his throat. No blood coming from it, but you can see into his throat a little bit as he's just gazing at his lap. His last moments captured on his face.
Holy shit. Dre, we're out. We're out. Wipe everything, let's go.
Take our boots and run.
We're like unfingerprinting everything, like not worrying about like shut the doors,
Okay,
lock.
we should stake out the place a little bit longer to see if there's still someone coming in and out though.
Yeah, and the guy that's coming in and out looks like him. Let's just get out of here. We know that we know that the other guy is wearing a hat.
Can we tell how long he's been dead for?
Make me a medicine check.
I have a medicine kit.
That's
sure. You can make it as you're both just like grounded beside him.
Okay, I got a 17. Au naturel.
Yeah, there you go. Go ahead.
Looking at him, judging by the like the rigor mortis is gone, and judging by the rot that's set in and the dust around the room, weeks.
Okay, I'm like, we got enough information. We know that there is a guy who is wearing a hat which allows him to look like Gavin, who gives him a full aura of illusion magic, and is coming and going from this house.
Yep.
I think we have enough. And it looks like somebody hasn't even been here for weeks.
Okay, we should talk to Clarence probably.
Both of them, but let's start with Gavin. With Barrick, I mean.
Oh,
isn't
that his name?
Barrick is the guy that Clemens is the big guy. But
Clemens, not Clarence.
Yeah. Can we? I want to try and like cover our tracks and like redust the stuff and like just lock the doors and go out.
Yes, it'll be fairly difficult, but make me a survival check as you guys make your way out.
We can't let this guy know we're on to him.
Can I make a disguise check?
No.
Oh.
It's like applying makeup. It's applying dust to a floor.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 13.
13. Okay. You do your best to wipe out anything identifiable. There's no way you're going to be able to like keep the fact that there's a path here, but you make some dummy paths around so it's not so obvious exactly where you've gone. Get rid of any boot prints that could be identifiable, any fingerprints or anything like that as you guys make your way out. If you're putting invisibility on both of you, you can climb out the window. I need a stealth check from both of you.
I am actually going to leave invisibility just till we get the window shut, and then I'm going to cast it so he can put the stick back with his hand.
Okay. Well, he has the hand cast. He can have that up.
Okay, so then you cast the hand, we'll drop invisibility, and then we'll go.
Okay.
All right, and I give him the stick.
You guys climb out as he passes the stick as it's grabbed out of your hand by some invisible force, and you guys climb out the window. Stealth checks from both of you.
Right. That is a 26.
That is going to be a 19.
All right.
You guys 3 and an 11.
Climb out, and you guys
20. 3 and a 20.
Okay. You guys pull the window shut, and as you get it clicked, you guys hear a couple of voices as another detachment of guards is doing their rounds down this alleyway, and you guys pause as they walk by, and that 20 makes the difference because they got a 19 on their perception as they walk past you guys.
Chad, good math.
Good math. Remember, stay in school, kids. It'll save you in D&D.
9 is 19. Wait, 20.
Yeah, usually a 19 to a 20 doesn't make a big difference, but here it's what makes the difference as they walk by as you guys are like paused, glad you got the window closed in time. And then even Drail, you can make another thieves tool check to lock it. Easy enough for your hand to put that piece of wood back in place, and then you guys wanted to leave everything locked how you found it.
Yeah, let's just
All
get
right, that is a 15.
Okay, that is enough for a window lock. As you click that back to lock, you guys drop down and start to flee. I would need one last stealth check to see if you guys get away scot-free or not.
All right, I rolled a 2 and a 14.
Got an 8
Wow.
and a 19 for 28 total.
23.
That is enough. As you guys leap the half-stone fence and disappear into the streets of the clones before making your way to a quiet alleyway to become visible once again, remove your disguises, put on your nice clothes, walk into the noble Inner Run district, and make your way back to the knot.
And then, wait for old Barrick Dundarian.
Right.
Or is anybody else at the knot?
You haven't seen anybody by in a while. Barrick.
I wish more of the team hung out at the knot.
Right?
Right?
They have their own life, sadly.
I think we're gonna have to get Barrick to reinstate the team clubhouse rule.
Barrick is not there.
Okay.
Of course not.
You guys wait until the evening. He does not come by. Do you want to wait till he comes by, or do you want to go to the Thieves Guild to seek him out?
Let's get to the Verve.
To the Verve!
All right. You guys head around the Inner Run to the whorehouse, the local Verve, going in and easily enough finding your way up into the Thieves Guild.
I'm being like pretty like incongruous, inconspicuous. And
Okay.
if I don't see Barrick immediately, I'm gonna try and talk to Clemens.
Clemens is not the type of person you can sometimes catch him walking around the guild, but not that often.
But I'm gonna like message.
This is one of those times, however, you come up, you don't see Barrick around, but you do see Clemens actually behind the desk with the painted lady, and he seems to be chatting with her, and there's a queue of people waiting to talk to her.
I'm just going to like kind of.
Hey, now might be a good time for that cantrip that you were ragging on.
Yeah, good point. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna say. I can decide what my message. Not Massagio. That would be too.
Sadly, you don't have that cantrip.
Oh yeah. Well, I haven't changed it yet.
Oh yeah. Well, you don't have.
If you want to pick a new one, you will not have it now. If you want to keep the message cantrip, you may.
You know what? I'll work with your magic system and
All
I'll
right.
keep it for now.
Okay. It's not a for now. That's a forever.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna say.
Today I don't.
And I'm gonna whisper into Clemens's ear. We should probably talk. I have some information you might want to hear.
His head kind of shoots up like a look of shock, and he's looking around
and I'm like
spots you.
And I kind of like, without saying, I'm like, don't look at me. I'm over by the, I'd say, third table on the right.
He looks at you, looks away, and you see him talking to the painted lady, and one of his eyes kind of creep over, and just like a nod, like he's still talking to the painted lady.
Just one eye.
Oh God.
I'm like, I'll warn you next time.
Another nod, like he's talking to the painted lady,
Okay.
and seems to wrap up his conversation and walk over to the door that leads to the other room and open it. Let's see if he's the one he's looking for. Yes, as he opens it, looks around,
Amazing.
makes a show of like slowly walking through and shutting the door behind him.
I'm going to go into the room that he's going into. Like, Dre, come on.
Okay, you go and open the door. You get the room you're looking for on the first try. As
Wow.
you step through the door.
I feel like we've gotten really lucky with that.
Walking over towards the area where the guild staff, the door that leads to their offices. And as he goes through, he leaves it open behind him.
Okay, I'm stepping with Dre. Just the one chair still.
You step in and you see him going to his office at the end of the hallway.
Okay.
You guys go in there, and there's his desk there, him seated behind it. There's 2 chairs in front of it.
I'm gonna quickly close his close his door.
Okay. Shut the door as he's now seated and motions the chair. What was the...
We have some
Secrecy.
information.
We have some dire news, I'm afraid.
Least talk.
Okay, so you know that we're part of the the Hooded Jacks.
Of course, yes.
Okay. And you know that there were some previous members of the Hooded Jacks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I don't know if Barrick talks to you, and I don't know how much of the trade secrets. I've tried to find him. I can't locate Barrick.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Gavin.
Gavin was he had some
Gavin.
I will.
I'll call him.
So he had
Excellent roll.
of the Hooded Jacks.
All right.
I believe boots of some type. We were recovering said boots, which I believe doesn't fall under stealing. If it was recovery.
Well,
of
I know
guild
the Hooded
property.
Jacks are one of the few groups that have crude property, so
So
I
it was a
suppose-
crude property. We left. We weren't on the premises to take.
Anyways,
I'm interested to hear your point.
Anyways,
Gavin is dead.
Gavin's dead.
Pardon?
He has been for weeks, despite showing up here quite regularly.
We found him murdered. But there's also someone who has been leaving. I followed him to the guild. Someone who's been leaving, who
Shrouded in illusion magic.
shrouded completely in illusion magic, wearing some type of hat. And would I know about and like I
Make me an Arcana check. If you're
Okay.
proficient in it.
I am. What's my Arcana?
Your Arcana is 7.
Oh wow, so good.
Quite good, yeah.
Quite good. Ah, yes, I was reading about this because I'm a
Great.
nerd.
13.
13. You've heard of the Hat of Disguise before.
I believe he's using a hat of disguise
Nerd.
to make himself look like Gavin, but Gavin has been dead for weeks. Like
Yeah.
he's out of rigor mortis even at this point. I came to you straight away because I don't want to be framed.
And also, like, I don't want imposters in the guild.
And that's the other big thing too, is who's killing guild members.
And also, who's pretending to be guild members? Probably the same person, I imagine.
I could tell. I tell him exactly how we entered.
And where is the home?
It's in the garlic cloves or something.
It's in the clones. I give him the address.
Right. Figure coming and going in the clones.
3 times a day. I tell him the exact time for approximately how long, with a detailed events of where he goes.
Yeah, we've been watching him for the past week.
We staked it out.
All right.
He-
Well, that's quite serious and requires immediate investigation.
It's also interesting because the whole house looks like it's been disused. There's dust all over the floors. It doesn't look like some. It's. I don't know what to make of this.
Yeah, we erased our tracks the best we could, but it's very likely that he will be spooked if he finds traces of people in his house. So we should probably attempt to find him quickly.
Come with me. As he gets up and leads you guys out of the office.
And like before he leaves the door, I'm like, I'm sorry that we end up in all of the shit.
Quite. As he leads you guys back to the door, opens it, and closes it, opens it again as there's a new room behind it, and steps through and leads you guys over towards the painted lady. Climbs over the hole in the wall and invites you to do the same. I will ask the two of you to stay here, please.
Okay.
Dan, whatever you're fiddling with is really loud in the mic, by
Oh,
the way.
sorry. It's my hands. Sorry. Barion's like anxious to like twiddling a
Yeah,
dagger. And
like,
click,
jeez, would
click,
you
click.
stop that? It's been like an hour.
Looking, it's like he's like, I'm tired of this shit happening. You know this happens every time we get ahead.
Don't worry, Soleil will still like you.
I'm just drawing. You should have saw the maple
Mhm.
tree.
Very curvy drawing.
All right, moving on. Yes, we'll stay here.
All right. And he looks over at the painted lady. Is Robin in? She looks. Yes. Good. Could you call him, please? And there's Soleil. I'll go get her myself. As he climbs back over and makes a beeline towards. And you can see Soleil talking to a few members of her group as he walks towards her and comes back a little while later with her. And you guys would see a older man walk through, like quite old, wrinkled face coming from the door that leads to multiple places.
Is it
He's got-
sticky?
No, No, it
Oh,
is not. He is
oh,
wearing much nicer clothing. You can see he's got
I'm
kind of
so
noble
excited.
clothing on him. His hair is long and gray and braided and comes down the side and pokes out of a glorious, gleaming, full silver helm that sits on his head.
Oh,
Um, and he walks over and stops. What did you need me for, Master Clemens? Robin, Slay. I need you for an investigation. We're going immediately. Painted Lady, if you could make certain the two of them stay here, I would like to make sure they're not culpable. Of course, they will be under my watch and care.
I sort of gulp and look away.
Robin, do you know this address in the clones? Hmm, I do, yes.
They are
I
chock full
believe.
of information. They're like, yes, I know everything about this.
I believe it's Gavin's home. I'm familiar with the boy. I've been there once to visit him. You wanted some advice? Right. Could you take us there immediately? Well, I suppose, as he two gloved hands reach out and Soleil kind of daintily like rests her hand in one and he grabs the other and you guys notice the helm has 3 diamonds set in it and one of them flashes as the 3 of them
Oh,
vanish.
baby. Just in case the chat's wondering, that was a glorious magical item.
You guys are left sitting. The painted lady setting out a sign that says "Be right back," and then sitting in a chair, and a couple people looking like upset and confused about why she's sitting there, but not taking any questions.
I'm like scooching around the corner so that people can't see us.
Like tugging behind. So you realize a couple people like craning their neck to look at you guys.
I cast minor illusion to block the gateway.
As there's suddenly just like empty space there, and you can hear like a, "We know you're there."
No, you don't.
It starts showing like an advertisement. It's like daggers, 2 for the price of 3. Here we go.
Just a poster on the wall, a dagger
It's
advertisement.
like Christmas deal this year. We have true blacks on sale for 50% off.
Oh god! Oh, take a D10 inspiration die. That is awesome. Oh,
And then I'm gonna like talk to the painted lady. I'm like, well, sorry again. Unless you wanted a break, then you're welcome.
I would prefer if I was able to see you.
Oh.
What do you mean? These daggers are amazing.
Yeah, the minor illusion is what's blocking you. You've minor illusion.
Oh no!
yourself
I
out of
thought she was.
existence.
I thought we were inside the back room with her.
No, it's just one area.
Oh, then,
So
sorry. No,
she's
then
sitting. There's like a big rectangle cutout of the wall, not even door to get in,
yeah.
and she's just sitting in a chair like 3 feet away from.
Oh no! Then I wouldn't have. I thought we were in the back room, like
No,
climbing over
no.
the thing with her.
Oh no, no! I
Oh.
thought you guys tucked in a corner and then minor illusioned yourself as a wall.
No. Okay.
So yes, never mind. She's just kind of watching you, and there's a couple people like kind of upset until she like gives them a stern look and like shoos them with both hands, and they disperse. So she's just sitting, staring at you, blinking rarely, but just watching you guys. And this carries on for a good 3 hours.
While we're sitting here, do you want to play a game of cards? I have a game I could teach you. It's called Harmony.
I'm not against cards. However, it is a common method of distraction, so I will decline.
Good point.
Have I ever told you how much I respected what you do for all the guild and whatnot?
You have not.
I do.
Thank you.
I'd ask you for a staring contest, but you'd probably win.
Likely.
I blinked 3 times. Yeah, you've won multiple times.
Indeed.
Okay. I'm going to sit here and look inconspicuous.
Do you get out much?
No.
Yeah. Yep.
So when you are out, what do you do for fun?
I read.
Oh, I love reading. What
Oh
did you do?
no!
Currently reading a romance novel.
Oh, by who?
I don't remember the author.
Oh, you should try Petherbridge and Funk.
I've read that one.
Oh, good. Have you read his other works? He has 14.
No,
It's
just the one.
Okay. Well, the other ones are, they're fairly trashy, but it's good. It's
I prefer something saucier.
saucier.
Hmm.
Oh, I see.
I'm currently reading Tusked Love.
Tusked Love. Is that the one with the orc and the gnome? One with the orc and the gnome?
Interesting.
This is a book that exists from Critical Role, so I can't actually say
You know,
what it's about because I don't remember the
We're
exact
making
storyline they come up.
we're making our own up. is
No,
it?
no, I the
oh,
leaves it at that.
Oscar.
Okay.
Yes, Oscar.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Nerds.
You should also read the other one. It's Unlikely Companionship. It's the one about the Goliath and the Halfling.
Ah, that is unlikely.
Yeah, and it's saucy. I believe there's actually like a spaghetti scene.
How strange.
Unconventional, I know.
You
This
guys
banter
continue
continues.
on just like long lapses of silence where occasionally you say something and you get just these like flat replies.
I'm actually
Tusk
gonna
Love was the most interesting thing you got.
I'm going to loan her my book. What was it? Unlikely Companionship or something like that.
Okay.
I'm gonna lend it to her. Like, here, try this out. It's a good read.
Takes it and tucks it into her robe.
And then we'll just silence and fiddle
Okay.
with my.
About 3 hours later, you guys would see coming up the steps. Here's this board sitting there. You guys have played about 30 games.
Oh,
of
I was
rock,
making
paper, scissors.
teleportation pops.
Oh no pops. People you would see as she seems to get interested as she looks out and walking up is Clements, along with Robin and Soleil. They look a little worse for wear. They have a bit of like soot and dust covering them. The once immaculate hair is a little out of place.
I'm gonna whisper to Dre. I'm like, probably should have mentioned the traps.
It's funnier this way.
Clements walks over, steps over, not even looking at you guys as he steps into the area she is and walks over and opens a cupboard, and you can just see there's a rope there that he grabs and pulls and gives like a couple of tugs, and you guys start to hear alarms fill the entire guild hall as he pulls, and then he stops, walks over and steps to the other side till he's standing in front of this hole, looking at the guild members around who are looking around in confusion. Eventually the toll of the bell stops. Right! Everybody please clear the guild. We will be doing this over the next 2 hours, no more than 3 at a time. We are opening up all of the exits. Please prepare to evacuate.
Oh.
As the Painted Lady, Robin, and Soleil start stepping around and gathering people into groups of 3, and the Painted Lady starts pulling some levers, and you can hear shifting underneath the guild as they start opening the way to many of the different booths, as well as another entrance that the smugglers use at the back is opened up for people to start leaving. Eventually, your turn comes up as Clements gathers you. Well then, your turn out.
All right. Well, group of 3. What's going on?
We are emptying the guild.
Okay. You're covered in soot, and we were talking about a dead man.
Yes.
Has anything changed?
The investigation is ongoing.
Okay. All right. Is there anywhere that we shouldn't be or shouldn't do so that we don't look suspicious?
Here, now.
Okay. All right. I'll be at the knot.
As you guys take your turn to go out, exiting from a different room than the one you came in, and making your way out, you would notice the place has been cleared of customers, it seems.
Okay.
And you guys are among one of the later groups to leave as you find yourself on the streets, kind of deserted here outside of the local verve.
Dre.
What?
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just playing the part.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I
Okay. We should probably lie low.
sure was sooty in there.
Yeah. You
It
could
wasn't.
say Okay, let's get out of here. We should like.
So you guys head the opposite side of the inner run and find yourself once again at your mansion house, the knot.
Is it
Uh,
is it for sale?
It is not.
So it's the not for sale. So
Oh.
it is for sale.
Why do I talk to you?
Okay, I'm just gonna go sit in the front window there area there and just kind of watch the street sneakily behind the curtains
Okay.
and draw some more.
Okay. As you sit in there,
Get
I'm
our
worried.
arms right this time.
I'm worried.
Well, just make our head smaller. It's not that hard.
What are you talking about?
he's talking about your drawings of Soleil. He's
Oh,
critiquing still.
I've drawn many other things. You see like a picture of like a nice like hedge, slightly carved,
It's kind of a Soleil-shaped hedge.
kind of like a mountainous range with a little river coming down.
Yeah, I can see your figure in it.
There's a picture of you, a nice picture of you, like a regal one. You're like in a nice shirt, and you're kind of like, just reaching up and like holding on a branch and looking up into the tree, and
Hey, that's a pretty good one. Wait,
yeah. What?
nothing. It's just like, kind of looks a little feminine.
No. I go and I draw boobs on it.
see, I knew it. I knew it. No,
Yeah.
you need to talk about this.
I'm waiting to see if Barrick or anybody comes back.
Right. You guys wait into the evening.
Just tell her how you feel.
I think you're getting something that's not there.
I don't know. There's a lot of drawings of someone that you apparently don't have feelings for.
There's one drawing.
There is at least 4.
There's a drawing of Ferena.
Yeah, well, I mean, similar vowel sounds.
There's also a drawing of Kena.
Same problem.
Okay. Anyways, there's a drawing of Barrick and
Do you
Clemens.
draw everybody?
I
This is kind of strange.
What do you draw? I push him out of the room and shut the door.
You force him out of the room and shut the door.
You can hide from me, but you can't hide from your feelings.
I am more comfortable with the inside of my head than I'm comfortable with everything else in this world. My head is orderly. It has rows of bookshelves and smells of paper.
This is what they call pushing your friends down a storyline they did not intend to go down.
Needs this to be true for some reason.
Just yes, and I'm just.
You guys rest for the evening.
Seclude myself a little bit.
The next morning, you guys are awoken. Not in the morning. It would be like 3 in the morning as the door is thrown open.
Oh.
And you guys see Barrick marching in the darkness as you guys hurry, like, light some lamps so you have some light, and he's standing there.
Evening.
Well,
We got the boots.
Right, those are a thing. Right, pick one of you to wear them, I guess.
He got the dagger. I put on the boots.
You can turn invisible.
I turn you invisible frequently. This way I can turn you invisible.
If we could deal with that later.
Sure.
It's fine.
I've just gotten out of a rather lengthy council meeting.
Not about us, I'm sure.
Adjacent.
We tried to locate you.
Right.
You should really hang out here more often.
Noted. I don't really know what to say. I didn't expect him to be dead.
Neither. So, and I explained him just in case you didn't get all of the details.
I got all the details.
For sure, and I just relate them just because that's the kind of person I am. I'm like, this is
Are you
exactly
sure?
word for word what I told Clemens.
He nods along. Yes, I heard.
Okay.
Well.
He's been dead for weeks.
Well, judging by the timing, shortly after he left our group.
Yeah, and it sounds like someone is impostering him.
Well, the guild's on high alert. The guild hall has been abandoned and shut down. They're moving to a temporary location that I'm not allowed to give out.
Okay.
Very few people will know the location, and sadly, they were not able to rule out the possibility that this is not you two reporting something of your own making to seem less suspicious. So you will not be getting the location of the new guild hall for the time being.
That's fine. Didn't expect anything else, you know?
What is the current status on people joining the guild?
Well, a few days ago, I was able to oversee the test of a young seeming elven woman, Kena. She passed and got her mark before all this happened. It's been a full 2 days since then.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. We are not very
I'm
attentive
actually
parents, apparently.
really impressed with her. She
Hmm.
picked up extremely quick. She, like, 3 days to learn cant and find it.
Well, anyways, she found it and got it back to me.
We're probably just gonna lie low here until.
Indeed. I'm going to continue trying and finding us some work, preferably out of town.
Okay.
Hey,
Um,
you might want to check in on the other ex-member.
we did.
Dead?
Well, we're digging them out now. We're not sure.
Where was he?
Well, house was empty, but the basement, when we opened the cellar hatch, all that was on the other side was dirt. So we're going to excavate it and see if there's anything in there.
Wow.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Hmm.
We didn't get down into the cellar.
Gavin has no cellar. Oren, on the other hand, did.
Okay. What else did you find in Gavin's house?
I'm not at liberty to share.
All right. It's fine, Barrick. Like, get your zone of truth. Get whatever you want. Do whatever you guys
I
have to
trust
do.
you, and I'm a voice that you should be trusted. But perhaps there's some wisdom in Robin's words that we can't be too careful right now.
No, for sure. Do what you have to do. I'm just telling you, it seemed very, very weird, and I think there was strong magic at play in that house.
Yes, well, they confronted, I can tell you, the figure you saw coming and leaving. They exchanged a few spells and blows before they escaped, disappeared into the forest.
Interesting.
Makes me wonder if they're in conjunction with our friend
Grimes.
who got away.
Can't rule it out. Whoever they were, if they got away from Clements, Soleil, and Robin, they're capable.
Yeah.
That is no easy group to escape, and I doubt I could manage the same feat.
Okay. And if they need to know, I believe it was a hat of disguise.
Yes, it was spoken of.
Nerd.
I was going to test it earlier. I was going to dispel it, but I didn't want to tip him off.
Probably good you didn't. You'd likely be outmatched.
Yeah.
Well then,
Okay.
lay low. But that being said, you're free to wander the city. You don't need to hide out.
Okay.
Stay away from the former guild hall and keep your nose out of trouble with the guild, but feel free to go about your business. Maybe explore the knot a little more. Find something to divert yourself with, and I'll try to find us some work.
Well, did you take Canal on?
Ah, that. I thought maybe you should test her. The two of you.
Seems reasonable.
With the like with the stealing the electric.
Well, there's planning, the locks, or doing something impressive.
Okay. All right. And you trust us to do that?
I think I can leave it in your hands. Call it a test.
Okay.
Ah, the
Yeah,
old
I'll
test.
face myself eventually,
Is she allowed to come to the knot then?
not until she passes.
Okay.
Get it. I get it, because...
Wasn't a joke.
We'll meet with
I
her.
see what you did there.
Thank you.
We'll meet with her.
Very well.
All right. Thanks for trusting us.
Kind of looks a little lost as he nods to you and looks around and kind of rubs his hand over his whole face for a minute and looks like he's deciding what to do.
Go get
Before-
some sleep.
Muttering, Indeed.
I'm gonna pull out my scroll book and I'm gonna pull out like the 3 scrolls. I'm like, we're getting more powerful. And tuck them back in.
Good. And looks around one more moment, kind of lost, and makes his way out the door.
Is there anything you want to talk about quick? Like maybe not related to this. You seem a little. Like,
Well,
I get it. Is there anything you want to maybe get off your chest that isn't outside of the
know.
council or something?
I can't say that Gavin left on the best of terms, and looking back, it was maybe a little petty the way we talked behind his back and let him go, but I respected both of them. I hope Oren's alright, but I saw his face. He didn't deserve what he got.
No.
I wish we had parted on better terms.
Well, you have the memories you have, though.
Hmm.
Couldn't have all been bad.
No, certainly not. We butted heads often, but he was capable and I respected him.
One thing, with all the things that have happened to us throughout, we seem young, but I'm 121 years old.
Forget that sometimes with your kind.
Sometimes the worst thing you can do is woulda, shoulda, coulda yourself into all those pathways of things that doesn't matter because you can't change them. Take your mistakes and take your things and own your part of it, and then look ahead, because when you have so much ahead of you in life going forwards, that's sometimes the best place to be looking.
That helps. Thank you.
No problem.
I think I will maybe get a drink and some rest.
And yeah, in the future, we should find a better way for our group to talk.
Perhaps that's enough troubles for tonight.
Well, I'll look into it.
I'd be happy to.
Okay.
Hear what you think come up with. Good night, both of you.
Good night.
As he sighs and walks out the door.
Well, that was a crazy day.
Eh.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I just don't know how to handle people when they're all weird and soppy like that.
Like me just then,
Mm-hmm.
making him feel better.
Yep. No idea.
You know what? That's why we both have skills. We both,
Yeah.
you bring the eggs and bacon, and I bring the potatoes.
Compassion and whatever. The
Potatoes.
the potatoes. Let's go test Kina.
It's kind of late.
Yeah, this is an excellent place to end the session and deal with XP from last session and this session. I forgot to hand it out last session. So that gives us a few extra minutes to go after that. So we will close the game portion there. As for experience, last week you guys got into Corvus's Keep, which was worth 600 experience.
We did it.
You did the heist itself and managed to get away, which was worth 600 experience as well. You ambushed the messenger and got the jewels you were looking for and got away from the town, which was worth 300 experience. Today, you guys not only stalked the imposter and staked out the house successfully, which is 300 experience, you also got in and out and uncovered the whatever it was going on in that house, the death of a guild member, and things of great interest to the guild, which is 900 experience.
I like that we uncovered the thing you can't even say yet because we haven't really figured it out.
Thing is about, and you were the key to finding at least the threads of it.
Yeah.
Although you nearly didn't. You nearly left without.
I was like, wow, that was easy.
Yeah, I definitely thought when you got the 2 to get the boot off and literally thumped his foot, you would clue in. But,
Well, that's when I did clue in. I was like, wait a minute, this is too easy.
So in total, that is 9, 15 plus 12, so 2,700 XP, if I can correct it.
What does that take us to?
We are now at 19,000. We are 4,000 away from level 7.
That's wrong. because that's 12, 24. Yes, that's correct. 27.
All right, so 4,000 away from level 7. And that's when things get really nasty.
Oh, don't just you wait.
Like extra attack. And other cool things. Thanks, guys, for listening. Appreciate you. Mondo King, once again, come on back.
Yeah, Mondo King, it doesn't matter if you're here or not anymore. We'll just
You're a meme. You're
Yeah.
a meme at this point.
yeah, congratulations.
Mondo meme.
Whoever our one viewer on and off throughout the stream, thanks for showing up. There's a couple names in chat. Cool. Come back next week. We love seeing people.
And
Yeah.
thanks for watching us. As always, you can find us on YouTube at Adventure Corp, on Facebook under the same name, and also on Patreon if you want to support us. Right now, we're on the ongoing mission to buy stream equipment so that we actually have mics for everybody. And
Yeah.
for once the COVID business is over, we can have a camera for Dan and Alex and actually show up in person.
I could, yeah. We'll have to change up our streaming setup, but
Completely.
we'll do it for you.
It's going to be good.
All right. Bye, folks. Catch you next week, Wednesday, Mountain Standard Time, 6 to 10 p.m. Signing off.
Bye.